Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Amateurs Guild. This is Season 2, Episode 6, which I'm pretty... okay, good. I'm literally never sure, even though it's written right in front of me. Okay, so where we left off, you guys had a very non-combative episode where you were essentially just reeling from this battle with that baby kraken. You had discovered the Seeker's Compass, and you had chatted with Eric, as well as some of the other dwarves, about kind of the next steps with freeing the Hollow Mountain from the Circle of Fire's control, when a very unexpected visitor, Sudi himself, came through the passageway, through the mountain, actually barrowing his way through, and came with a message from Bjorn himself, as well as Rhaego, that their army was coming to attack the dwarven mountain, basically, you know, this dwarven stronghold, and essentially in both retribution for the attacks on the Tiefling villages that have been happening recently, as well as in order to stop the this warmongering in general that's been happening just out of nowhere from the Dwarven Empire here. As you were talking to Sudi, it had been made clear that by Eric letting him, as well as you all know, that because of the large pylon under the Underkeep, the Understone Keep, the actual castle, the kingdom for the Dwarven Empire, this large pylon, like the ones you encountered before, would prevent any kind of magic, and also imbue you, any enemies, with fatigue, with extreme exhaustion, essentially, stopping any kind of battle from being able to really take place. Essentially ending the battle, any kind of attack before it started. So realizing this would need to get fixed before the forces that Bjorn and Rhaego were leading to the mountain could actually be successful with their attack, you guys devised a plan with Eric, as well as Tim and Willie, to scale the side of the mountain up to the main primary kingdom level of the mountain, which is basically the lowest part of the mountain before you get off into like this more deserted section and the base of the mountain next to the lake where you guys are now. So before you left, though, you had spoken with a dwarven potion, I guess, expert. She wasn't like the most expertise, but the most experienced potion person in this small settlement in Tight Rock here, and she gave you all potions to disguise yourselves as dwarves, warning you that it would make you look like dwarves to the naked eye, but of course reminding you at the same time that the dwarf customs and characteristics that you guys have not been raised around may give you away if you were in close proximity or conversation with some dwarves who might initially think that you were actually real dwarves. Knowing this, you guys started your climb. Lacey was able to climb immediately and incredibly impressively up to the top, and waited for the rest of you until Sebog got to the top and decided to throw down a rope and actually help everyone else climb up. True team player. And that then led you to the top of this ridge. Essentially, the way that this looks, I'm not sure how well I described it before, is the Hollow Mountain is like a hollow cone, and you guys are at a very low section of that cone. And you just crawled up that from the very base up to this kind of lower section. And this large, like, rock lip essentially comes out to make this, like, side, like, cliff where you have just scaled up. And so that essentially creates this kind of like floating like peninsula that kind of juts out of the mountain. And then as you guys reach the top and Eric kind of give you the lay of the land a little bit, he explained that the outermost section of the city is right where you guys have landed. There's a more inner section, which is kind of more bustling and more metropolis-like. This outer section that you're in now is kind of more workers, and then some buildings and whatnot, small businesses, and then it all leads through the trail, through the rail systems, to the minecart systems, back to like the homes, which kind of surround the outer and more top part parts of the mountain. So you guys are now here in this outer section. The middle section is kind of deeper in, right kind of where this plateau meets, this giant plateau meets the wall of the mountain, and then the actual kingdom is actually built into the mountain like a large cave kind of dug in. So essentially you're now going into the mountain essentially, but you're on this lip kind of hanging more on the outside, the middle of this hollow section underneath. But as you guys kind of got your bearings, took your potions, started to transform into dwarven versions of yourselves, you all started to walk forward, kind of deeper into this more outer section, approaching toward the middle and to the Understone Keep, where which is your final destination for this mission. As you walked forward, you noticed, and I believe Madras, I could be mistaken, somebody picked up on the fact that there was a loud rumbling coming, and then you could see the crowds of workers after this work whistle had gone off, and dwarves had kind of come out of the mines and these places where they had worked and started to populate this area. You noticed this rumbling occurred, and then you heard a lot of chatter, and then them kind of disperse, and then it had become visible a large dwarven tank-like contraption that this large mechanized tank that started to roll through, realizing that this was definitely not a encounter or just a person or object or construct that you wanted to be around. You all darted behind a building to kind of get cover. I believe Lacey and Pale Scales were unable to make it. However, Madras, I believe rolling in that 20, was able to bring Lacey with her, and then that left Pale Scales out in the open as this large tank kind of rolled forward and made direct, essentially, you were in eye shot of it, I should say. And that is where we are now. The tank explodes and Pale Scales dies.
Nice.
Yes, it's super cool.
I'm rolling up my new character, Scale Pales.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's Pale Scales' is dad.
Oh my god, wait.
3?
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's 3 dads in 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he has 3 dads, that fusion mode, Dragon Ball style.
They said it couldn't. They said it couldn't be done.
They did actually say it couldn't be done. I asked Wizards of the Coast repeatedly. I was like, put 3 dad Dragon Fusion as a subclass, and they were like, please stop emailing us.
3 heads Pale Dragon. But
I was like, it's a little playable character Tiamat. They're like, please stop emailing us.
We have a restraining order.
This is Wizards of the Roast. You have the wrong address.
This is not. We're different.
We're a barbecue grill company.
You guys have all gotten behind this building. Tim, as well as Willie and Eric, were able to jump behind there too. So it is purely just Pale Scales out in the open here. Pale Scales, give me a perception check as you turn and make eye contact with this large tank.
Well, that bodes well. Let me just see how bad that is with the modifier, because it's not good. Yeah, that's a dirty 1. It was a 3, and I have a -2.
A dirty 1. So depressing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look and
there is no tank.
You look over to your left as you're kind of making your way with the gang behind this building, and you look over and you see some people moving around, but more importantly, you see this bar that looks really cool, and you think, man, I bet the ale there would be fucking incredible.
I gauge how far away the bar is, like movement speed wise. Are we in initiative? We're not in initiative, are we?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
You
glad to know what's at stake.
With a dirty
one.
You have no idea how far away it is. You look and you're like, oh, this would be about probably like 100 yards, and you're like, wait, or is it really just a huge bar and it's really, really far away?
It's kind of like Derek Zoolander's school for ants. Like, I can't actually tell if it's like the little thing like on the far away horizon, or it's like huge. Okay.
You really have no idea. You know that so you were kind of right behind them, going behind the building.
And then we were gone.
And as you're kind of looking just off in the distance, 1,000-yard stare at this bar, this large tank just starts kind of going full speed at your direction.
Well, what I roll to see how thirsty I am?
A Constitution.
Okay, that's good. I have a 12 plus 2, so 14. How thirsty am I?
You just climbed the side of a mountain, something that you're definitely not accustomed to. You've worked up quite the thirst.
I think we got time for a drink. Let's go.
I'm not anywhere near you.
I say to myself.
You see that to yourself, and as this tank approaches, it becomes even clear to you that there's a giant dwarvish tank in front of you.
That's not a bar.
Once you're basically staring off right a little bit to your left at this bar, and then like the tank becomes so close that it actually obscures your eyesight, so you physically can't see the bar.
Where'd the bar go?
You see this like large, now that it's actually visible to you, you see this contraption that reminds you very much of like those ironclad like warships that you'd fought when you were defending the Tiefling village, but also at the monastery. Very similar in craftsmanship, bronze kind of workmanship, and then you also see two large treads, a large arcane-ish cannon on top, and then a small little orb that's kind of in the front that kind of glows a little blue. And as it approaches, you hear a voice speak to you that says, "State your name and business, dwarf."
Dwarf. Is me. My name.
Yes, you are a dwarf.
Yeah.
State your name and business, dwarf.
My name is Percy.
Your name is Percy. What is your last name? What is your family name?
Percy Smithcrafter.
Ah, the Smithcrafters, of course.
Yeah. Popular bunch.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
That is a 12 with my modifier. It's gonna be okay, guys. It's a good modifier this time.
It's not a negative 2.
It's on the positive end.
Yeah, it's actually.
Just a warm.
You said deception?
Yeah.
So that is gonna be 12 plus 8.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, dirty 20, yeah. You see, say, oh, the Smithcrafters, yes, of course. A well-respected family here. You see the cannon looks a little bit less intimidating as like the cannon kind of moves away, so it's not directly pointing at you anymore. It says, you have been selected for a routine inspection. Where are you going? Where do you work? And where is your residence?
So, I don't know. Are you local dwarves?
We are the Dwarvish Guard.
So I haven't.
Yes.
We haven't run into each other before. I'm Percy Smithcrafter from like out of town. I'm actually here to visit the main Smithcrafter family, and I'm actually kind of new to town. I have no idea where I am. I know that their house is around here somewhere.
It says, it just kind of pauses for a second. It says, we will escort you to the Smithcrafter residence.
Excellent. I'm lost. I was about to go into that bar and drink my face off.
You see...
Classic dwarf stuff.
We hear this?
Yes, you guys can definitely hear this.
G'day.
You hear, as this is happening, Eric kind of looks at you guys and says, this is bad news. We can definitely not let him be escorted by dwarven guards. As that happens, you see this tank-like contraption just open up its front, and there is essentially a little holding cell in there. And it says, please enter the vehicle, and we will escort you to the Smithcrafter residence.
Is that safe?
Are you asking that to the tank?
Yeah.
The tank says, you will be completely fine. Please enter the vehicle.
That looks like a cell.
It has many uses.
Can I ride shotgun?
Sure. You see the contraption closes, waits a second, opens back up. Here's the shotgun seat.
That looks like the same
Roll an
seat.
insight.
It may or may, yeah, roll an insight check.
Oh god, I think I'm going.
Get more than a 5.
It's a nat one.
Dude, you totally think it's a shotgun. See?
Alright, sick.
Looks like shotgun to you.
I'm getting in the tank.
G'day.
I have to.
You get into the tank?
I rolled a nat 1. I have to get in the tank.
Looks like shotgun.
I can't metagame out of
You
it.
go ahead and walk into the tank. You see this contraption close, and then the tank just starts to pivot and turn back, kind of like going deeper into like the middle city. It's just starting to turn right now, and then as that happens, you see, or not you, but everyone else, Eric just looks at you all and says, This cannot happen. We absolutely need to stop this from happening.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I run out
Okay.
in front of the tank and I go, wait, that's my brother. Hold on.
As you do that, you see Tim and Willie kind of climb the side of the building that you guys are hiding behind, and then Eric just kind of like gets ready and like pulls out his warhammer, and kind of like hides by the wall with it, like just ready for shit to go wrong. So you walk out and you say, "Wait, that's my brother."
Yeah, that's my brother.
You see the tank like just starts to move away. It stops, rolls back, kind of facing you guys, and says, "Who are you?"
Hi, I'm Pamela Smithcrafter.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. I should have the bad. Where's deception? It's a 14.
It stops and says, "Why were you hiding behind this building when your brother was right here?
I wasn't hiding behind I had to go pee.
Why were you defecating right outside?"
I wasn't defecating, I was just peeing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Debatably,
That's urinating.
is that technically
haven't-
different?
We haven't found.
I don't see the difference.
We've been trying to find our family home, and I can't find them. So I had to go there, and I have to get my brother out because he's very, very sick and could fall ill at any moment.
If you could, please do not cough inside of the shotgun seat.
Please, if I could.
We just had it reupholstered.
If I could just walk with him. He's very, very sick. He falls at any moment. Please.
You need to be there to assist your brother?
Yes.
Okay. You see the doors open. It says, "Please get inside the shotgun seat."
I run out and I'm like, "Hey,
Please enter the vehicle again.
I cast Feign Death on him.
What have you done? We saw you cast a spell.
No, I didn't.
You attacked that dwarf. Please raise your hands and enter the vehicle. You have just committed assault.
what does Feign Death do? What am I allowed to do?"
You're essentially
Is he dead?
No, he's in a catatonic state.
No, the tank is asking that.
The tank is asking you.
The tank asks, "Did you kill him?"
I told you he falls.
You cast a spell on him and he fell. He looks dead.
You literally just said, "I cast Feign Death."
Please.
You do know that spellcasting is visible to everyone, right?
Can I use sorcery points to make your spell subtle?
What is your situation? Are you conscious? I don't even know.
I'm catatonic.
Oh, you're catatonic. Okay.
Oh my god.
So for bad to wear so bad. How do you wake me up? Can you?
I think you were
1 hour
is he out for an
duration,
hour or something?
non-concentration.
He's just dead for an hour.
No, I can use an action to dismiss the spell.
Oh, thank God.
Quick, dismiss it. I'll get back up.
The doors remain open. You see the cannon points directly at you and says, "Enter the vehicle now. We will be taking you into custody
Why?
for committing murder."
He's not dead.
He looks very dead.
He fainted.
Well, we will discuss this in open trial.
Oh, I had one of my little woozy one nap times. Oh.
You see the tank just is still looking directly at you? You are being arrested for attempted murder.
Take her away!
Where am I?
She's always been the black sheep.
Where exactly?
You guys
am
are still, everyone else is still hiding behind the buildings.
Okay.
The building, you see Tim and Willie have scaled the side of the building. It's a one-story building.
Yeah.
So they're kind of on the roof now hiding, and then Eric is kind of waiting right around the corner that you guys just hid behind with his weapon just in case shit goes awry.
In
In case shit goes more awry. In case combat begins.
While in the tank and like observing the blue orb, do I notice anything about the craftsmanship or like understand the orb and what it is at all while inside of it?
No, inside of it was just completely like dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they saw the spell.
Everyone can see spells.
I can hide
That's why
them.
subtle spell
I'm
exists.
hidden. They cannot see me.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So what? Who is their general? Who's like their like higher in command?
Oh, actually,
yeah, roll a perception check, probably.
no, I don't need to roll perception check.
I
We
mean-
got our boy Eric.
Yeah, Eric's kind of hiding around the other wall, though, keeping very quiet. If you want to ask him, you can.
Okay.
Do you want to go up to him and ask him that?
Yeah.
Okay, you see Eric just kind of looks over you and says, like, this may not be the best time to talk about this. It feels like we're about to get into
I
battle.
have a plan, Eric.
Okay, what's the plan?
If I cast minor illusion, I can shoot the voice of the general over to the other end of the cave and distract them enough, put them in formation, and we have a chance to get out.
He says, honestly, it's not the worst idea I've heard,
Can't get
but
any
I
worse.
don't think it's going to work. Because we're on the most outer section of this city, and the general never comes out here.
Well,
It would
now
be
he
very,
just did.
it would be very, very tough for that to be convincing.
if it's his real voice, they'd never know it's minor illusion. If he
Uh,
were out here, it would be for something important. If he called them into formation, they would have to go.
Can you, with minor illusion,
Yeah.
do you have to have heard the voice before?
I don't think so.
So with minor illusion, I think there are spells that you can like.
You need to.
You would have
can-
to know the noise you're trying to replicate.
Yeah, so
Yes.
minor illusion I think is very vague, but there are probably other spells that can let you like essentially do that based on a specific person, but you will probably have to have heard them or met them before.
Yeah,
Let me
most-
look up because it doesn't say. It can
it
be
say?
your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, a beating drum, or any other sound I choose.
So you can, but you don't know what the general's
I
voice
don't. And that is-
So you can just try and sound like a general or a commanding officer if you'd like, but Eric tells you that may
Might not work.
Yes.
You just sound like a generic dwarf.
Essentially, you can metagaming wise, you can do that. It will be very difficult. You'd have to roll a persuasion as well, and it would be a very high roll.
Okay. Okay.
So
You guys are nailing the
I-
persuasion and deception rolls, though.
I
Probably a 15.
how
Did you roll a
easily
14? Yeah, it was gonna have to be like a 16, I think.
how easily can I carry her?
Very.
Pretty easy.
I'm a baby.
And I have a good strength set.
As a wizard.
What I'm gonna do.
The cannon is pointed right at Lacey, and
But
it says again, "Enter the vehicle now. We will not ask again."
Can't
How
make
far
it.
am I from Pamela? How far am I?
You're right next to her.
Can I?
You're
That's
right
the
next
name
to.
for the rest of the
I
campaign.
get.
No. There's no way.
Is there a dwarf that looks more in charge? Is there multiple dwarves talking?
So all there is a tank.
Cannon talking. Is there
Yes.
like an intercom.
Well, you're not really sure where the noise is coming from.
Okay.
Part of that is based off of your
Gotcha,
perception
gotcha.
check.
He's just shouting through the tube of
This thing's just,
cannon.
yeah, it's just like yelling out the cannon or whatever to me.
Hi. Hi.
I'm going.
He throws you a
to-
plastic cup that has a wire attached to it.
I'm gonna cast a spell. Well, I'm going to use subtle spell casting, so that you can't
Something that
see
you
me
should've
do
done.
it.
Are you?
When you cast a spell, you can spend one sorcery point to cast it without somatic or verbal components.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Fly
Okay.
on myself.
Okay.
And I grab Pamela by the arm and I go, guys, I really appreciate the offer to give me a ride, but I just remembered actually where the house is and we're going to take our own route. And I fly 30 feet.
As soon as you start to move, because we're not in initiative order, what I'll say is that this cannon pointed right at you. As soon as you start to move at all, we'll fire. So essentially, how this will work.
Okay, if I move?
The cannon's pointed right at her. So if she moves, it would be like if you got the drop on someone pointing at a gun at you.
Gotcha, I see what you're saying.
They would move. You'd get out of the way, but then they'd probably just re-aim. But also it's a cannon, so there is, of course, you can assume a blast radius.
Does the cannon rotate on like a
It,
horizontal?
it looks as if it moves 360 degrees. You don't know about verticality. Yeah, about that the y-axis essentially.
This is so bad.
Do you
think we
want
have
do
to
you
use
want to do the fly?
Okay, alright, I'm gonna leave you.
Oh goodness.
So the cell door thing is open?
The cell door thing is open, and the cannon is pointed at Lacey, and it said, "That was the last time we're gonna ask you."
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shatter at the tank.
Okay, you can go ahead and cast Shatter, and then we'll immediately roll initiative.
Got it. I'm gonna do it at...
I'm dead.
Can I do it subtly?
There's no need
How
to
the
do
fuck?
it subtly.
Right?
You're
What is how would
shattering.
that
They're essentially ready to engage in combat because you're being.
So
You're
weird.
being super suspicious. She just killed you, then revived you.
Yeah, this is really sketchy.
You have the most unreal, normal first name for a dwarf.
Percy Jackson is pretty good.
It wasn't Jackson.
You didn't get to the
What?
middle name, okay?
Oh,
We had a
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing going.
Percy Jackson Smith.
I'll cast Blink on myself. That'll be
You
what
got
I
a
do.
dirty 20 on the Smith thing, so.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Blink.
Cool. You cast Blink? Mm-hmm. You instantly disappear. The cannon is still pointed at Lacey and just says, "Get in the vehicle now. We're not playing around anymore." What happened to him? What did you cast on him?
Cast Gaseous Form.
Everyone roll initiative. The cannon is going to immediately fire.
Don't touch me.
Goddamn.
I'm gonna say if you cast gaseous form, he will fire and then, or the tank will fire and then we'll roll initiative. So it'll be basically out of
Can't touch
initiative order.
me.
The cannon is going to fire.
I don't know how cold is it.
Oh God. Let's see if it hits.
Like 5 feet a turn as well.
That is a 28 to hit.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I don't think they can hit her.
Does it not hurt you?
She's
you not take
cloud.
damage?
She's
Are you?
gas.
If you're immune to damage, there's a blast radius, and you haven't moved yet, so I will say that if you can take damage, you will. I don't know how that works, the gaseous form, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if she.
Target has resistance to non-magical damage.
Resistance.
So half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, I hadn't actually, so I will say that these are not magical cannons. They should be, but I will say no, they have to be, because it's literally the same thing as the other tanks. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I literally hadn't written it yet, but I was like, oh no, this.
You did say it was the same as tanks.
Yeah, shit, nah, I was gonna give it to you too.
Damage.
I am gonna roll damage for.
No.
It's a non-magical tank. I'm right back, guys.
You'll be okay. I'll cast Fireball.
I'm fucked.
Cauterize your scars.
Here we go.
Real? Jesus Christ!
Oh no, that sounded like a lot of dice.
Don't believe it. You piece of shit! Oh no!
Oh boy. Anyone else know Revivify? Cool.
It's gonna cure wounds.
No.
I might die, guys. He rolls again.
35 damage.
I'm still living.
Hell yes. Yeah, it's a big cannon.
Fucking A.
As you're in a different dimension,
Yeah, I'm on the ethereal plane.
you're good. Everyone else is out of range, so you guys are okay. Awesome. Okay. This cannon fires this arcane blast, very similar, but actually more powerful than what you had seen before with the other ships in the past, and deals a massive amount of damage to you, but you are in gaseous form. Now everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
Camera.
Stop.
Camera.
Camera.
Yeah, press twice.
This is not good.
This is
This not
chaotic.
Why'd you have to fail?
I succeeded at everything. I did.
I forgot that they could see spells. I thought they could.
I could have stayed in the tank and shattered it from the inside, maybe, too. That might have been actually good.
That would have hurt you too. You're shattering the thing that you're
We
inside.
got a 14.
Depends on where I shattered it.
Okay, so I gotta write this down.
Yeah, but I cast on the door.
Let's
Hang on,
see
that's
here.
The door isn't gonna do it. It's gonna help me get out
It
again.
was my
Yeah,
turn.
and then I pop out. I'm like, hey, guy.
It was my turn to make an absolutely chaotic, stupid move.
You just hear from the ethereal plane.
Where is he? Is that you?
I'll come back for you.
Brother and
I'm not,
sister.
I'm not
That's
coming.
weird.
I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back at all. I'm going to the other Smith Cresters.
Shmish question.
Smith Cresters.
Oh lord.
This guy is.
I did. I got a 14 plus.
I got a 2.
What?
I have an 18.
I'm rolling over there.
Hey, you got the dwarves too.
Oh, okay.
Go. What are your rolls?
Reinforcement.
Becca's a nat 1. She's got +5, so however you want to do that. I have a 3 minus 1. So I'm at 2.
Okay. That one will definitely go last. Sorry, Becca.
Suck it.
I said.
Loser. Faster than you.
It is true.
Madras, Sebog, Lacey. Wait, what did you get again? 14? Okay, cool. 18?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't want to go first. Why?
Well, at least you didn't get hit with 35 points of damage.
That's why I didn't go first. Alright.
Okay. This erupts. Chaos immediately ensues. You also notice, as this blast happens right next to this building, you see part of the building not crumble, but like break a little bit. You see the parts of the building fall down. It definitely looks as if like this thing can destroy some buildings. Yeah, for sure. So, okay, Sebog, you are starting off at initiative 18.
It saved you from death.
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I don't have
I thought you said it
resistance.
didn't do anything. Oh, that's right, yeah, it didn't. Shoot. I mean... Run up, punch, attack.
Hell
Such
yes.
a bad decision.
Hell yes. I think it's a great decision.
What else am I gonna do when you can only move 10 feet around?
When did you lower your voice?
And you're almost dead. Oh, God.
You got it. Tank it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch.
I'll heal you.
Fuck yeah.
I don't have healing. Not even
Ooh,
remotely.
okay. What does... What am I supposed to do? It's... Choose Dex, my fancy rock, and 25.
25 hits?
Like the tank.
Yeah.
God, I want to Stunning Strike it.
Solid. What is the language of Stunning Strike?
You have to make... I can't remember what kind of save it is. I want to say it's...
And does it say what kind of types of enemies are affected?
Where is it? Why do I not have it on that page? Stunning Strike. Starting at 5th level, you can interfere with the flow of ki in opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 ki point to attempt a Stunning Strike, succeed in a con save, or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Oh, it doesn't say what can be stunned or not?
I mean, if we want to get literal, it says when I hit another creature with a melee.
Not a creature.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
the
like...
tank a creature?
No.
You hit this tank.
It's a construct.
I interfere with the flow of ki in an opponent's body. So does the tank have a body? I say it does.
Does it have a flow of ki?
Tank.
Most certainly.
Hey, in high school,
If
I
it
had-
disrupted the flow of oil, maybe.
The key.
What
It doesn't.
is key?
It disrupts.
What is key?
It disrupts
Really?
the-
Energy.
Keystone pipeline, oil.
It
Holy
disrupts
shit.
the key.
Holy shit.
It disrupts the key in the ignition
Whoa!
and turns the tank off.
How's it spelled? Be honest.
Oh.
Key.
Whoa, would you look at that?
Yo.
Must be a typo in the Dungeon Master guide.
Whoa, they messed up somewhere.
Artificer monk. It's like punching
Holy
tanks
shit.
and constructs.
It
to the
only
ground.
works on constructs.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
You
Shutdown
do all your
series.
damage. It unfortunately is going to be immune to
Okay, so can I roll to have known that before I decided to do a stunning strike? Because
What's your
I mean,
intelligence?
can I take it back or no?
Can I?
I will let you take it back.
Okay.
Nice.
I just didn't want to waste the key point. Then fuck you. You're still gonna make a save. Cause
My gosh, is one
What's this?
To be fair, the only reason I didn't let that happen is because that tank should have fired like
million
8
years
sentences ago.
This is true. This is true.
It said, we're not going to
did
tell you again, and then
did
proceeded
they-
to have another conversation with you.
Did they not believe him in general?
No, he did roll a.
No, they were gonna.
Were they really
I
gonna?
was gonna believe him. Yeah,
They're
you
gonna
rolled a
bring
really
it
good perception. What was it? Or it was like
20.
18 or so. Oh, it was 20. Yeah, they were gonna.
Bring him to the
Yeah, but also keep in mind too that like
not gonna
last
go
episode,
away.
Eric also told you that like it is a martial law society right here, and you know they are very heavily kind of even like people who are not breaking the law. It's still like go do your thing, like don't mess around. That's why all those people were running away as this tank kind of came around. So
Yep.
police are pretty shit here.
We're fucked anyway.
I'm Smithcraft.
I am also a Smithcrafter.
I
He's
am Percy.
taking
Now you
17
have it out.
damage from
Percy
the first
scales.
hit.
Solid. Okay.
Percy scales. Percy smells.
Is the door still open?
The door is open.
Can I see anyone inside?
No. You can see inside, and it looks like just like a seat with new upholstery.
Ooh. It's comfy in there.
You do know it was very comfy in there.
It was
Surprisingly.
comfy.
It did not fit.
Shockingly
Yeah.
comfy.
It's immediately dirty.
Yeah, it's covered in mud.
Yeah. The upholstery is
What did you do to our upholstery?
I sat in it.
We told you it was just reupholstered.
I sat in
You
it.
sound like the aliens from The Simpsons.
No, yeah.
We just reupholstered this. Puny earthling.
Fuck, I can't do anything. Can I heal you in gaseous form?
No.
It's not gonna save you anyway.
You're gonna punch through the
even
gas.
Even if I could, what is 9 health gonna do from?
Lacey, you're on deck, by the way.
Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
4, 8 points of damage.
Okay. What was the first one again?
17, I think I said.
Yeah.
2 5s. Yeah.
Solid. You see a scuff in the armor.
We take those. That's a W.
We take those.
Sebog Tron.
Did you scuff our paint job?
Hell yeah!
You will pay.
Say your name.
Yeah. That's a dwarven name.
Who is
That
Sebog Trog? We are not familiar with the Trog family.
Trog.
I'm escorting them here.
Lacey, that is your turn.
Fuck. Shit, man.
You're doing good. You're chilling.
I'm already a mess. Is the okay, hold on. 2 things. 1, can they see me in gaseous form?
Yeah.
You're just
You look, yeah, just like cloud of gas, yeah.
Cloud of Lacey.
Yep.
Okay.
Cloud of Pamela. Someone sprayed the whole can in the kitchen.
Is it still is it still facing me?
Yes.
The cannon?
It hadn't had its turn yet, except for the actual blast of the cannon. So it's literally just facing exactly where you were. Yeah.
It
Okay.
might be turned toward this guy who just scuffed him.
That's
No
true.
big deal.
You know.
That's true.
Who is this?
I am gonna get out of gaseous form.
Yeah.
Gonna pop back in.
Hello, guys.
Solid. You pop back in. You see the tank goes,
Nothing else I
ha!
can do. There's nothing else I can do.
You can move, can't you?
I'm gonna move, but I can't move really in gaseous form.
Oh, you can't move?
I
Yeah.
can move
10
10 feet.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Nope.
So
I'll go forward.
25. I can't because that's the gaseous form is an action to get out of it.
Damn it.
Plus I.
Gassy focus.
If I move, no, probably not. How can I get behind anything? 25. That's 25 feet away.
The building is within 25 feet. You can hide back behind the building that you were behind before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peace out.
Okay, cool. Wait, get back here.
Nah.
Okay, you're able to run
I'm
back there.
Crasher, you know what?
Obviously, no opportunity attack because it's not a melee
Yeah,
hit. It's also a little bit farther away than like right on you. And that will be anything else? No? That will be Willie's turn. Willie, courageously, if not stupidly, jumps off of the building and just goes, "Don't hurt our short queen!" And he epically misses. You see, he comes down with an axe. As he's like landing right on the thing, you see like gets on his his foot lands on it, slips on some like oil that was like on the side of the machine, smacks his head and like falls off to the side.
2 damage.
Just, ow! And that he whiffs on that. That will then be the tank. The tank is going to remind me again how, because you're right in melee range, Sebog. So, how do you remember again how ranged works when it's?
If I'm right next to you, it's disadvantage.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. That's gonna be awesome. This cannon, you see, this cannon, you can hear some like movement, some machinery behind it. Actually, everyone give me a perception check as you're all paying attention to the cannon now.
No. Oh my god.
Nat 20.
Hey! On the wait, you can see it though, right? Even though you're on the ethereal
Yeah,
plane.
I can see nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I can see I can see anything that's within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
It's just cast in a shade of gray.
Got it. Okay. So you can see the tank and surprisingly hear it better than anybody else. And I
have really good hearing.
And you can hear this like machinery kind of moving around behind the cannon, and you can determine that it is reloading. But it seems to like take a second to do so. As that happens, you see on the side of the tank, a hatch opens up and a small, essentially like Gatling gun opens up and points over at you, Sebog, and is going to fire at you with disadvantage. Ooh, that's already gonna miss. Yeah, that misses. So it starts firing these like small like blunderbuss like bullets at you in rapid succession, but somehow misses you and your turtley form, or bounces off your shell. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're so much smaller than you're used to. You're so much thinner. Yeah, than you're used to.
So real quick though, because you're a dwarf right now, does your armor class change?
It shouldn't.
I haven't been changing the actual stats.
I was just
It's just a
curious.
look.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping it just for.
It's a
I was
potion of
curious.
looks.
No.
Interesting. So you look small, but really, like, you just...
if they were to swing right here, they'd hit me.
Yeah. It does that. No.
And
That is going. Okay, so then it is also going to. You notice these like side hatches open up on the side of the tank, and these small little bronzish spikes kind of shoot out in the side. They just kind of cover the ground like around it. It doesn't actually deal any damage to anyone. With that, that'll be Eric. Eric runs around the corner, jumps on your back, Sebog, uses you as like a stepping stool, and kind of tries to smack down right on the cannon. He hits the cannon, but like the armor is just too strong and just kind of like hits it, bounces right off, and just kind of momentum-wise just gets swung off to the side a little bit. He goes, ah! And then that will be Tim. Tim also jumps down, not learning anything from Willie. Lands on the tank, but is unable to do any damage. So he's sitting on top of the tank, hits the side of it. It seems to be not really quite affecting it, though. That will bring us to Pale Scales. And then Madras, you're on deck.
Okay, so I reappear from the ethereal plane at the start of each of my turns.
The tank goes, ha!
How are you
And-
doing that?
How close am I to the tank?
What is happening? You are like 15 feet away.
And where's the cannon pointed, I guess, angled?
Exactly where Lacey was. It hasn't moved.
Oh,
Is
I
it
thought
close to
you were-
me?
okay.
Yeah, right next to you, basically, yeah. If you know that, like, next turn, if it is able to shoot, then it would be able to hit you. Because it can move and shoot in the same turn.
How long is the cannon nozzle?
It, like, protrudes from the edge of the... Actually, no, it goes basically up to the length of the tank. The entire nozzle itself is probably, like, 10 feet.
How hard would it be to shoot a fireball into the nozzle of the tank?
You can certainly try.
Go for it.
Would it be more difficult than hitting it in general?
Yes, very much so.
100%.
Well,
And
you
is the
try it
holding
anyway.
cell still open?
I'm going to say it closed on its turn.
Okay.
It says, do you want to get in the holding cell? You can still get in the holding cell. That's not off the table.
Yeah, open it up.
It starts to open. Wait,
I want to get in.
give me a perception check. Or, yeah,
Perception check?
Persuasion check.
You can see
Or
that they're
deception, I'm
clearly
sorry.
opening the door.
Deception.
Yeah.
10?
You see it kind of opens up, stops, and just kind of closes back immediately. We don't believe you.
I want to say shotgun.
You have ruined this upholstery.
It's true. I'm so stinky.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to cast fireball into the nozzle of the tank.
Dope.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have to
How-
roll? Do you have to roll for fireball?
Yeah, I do. How
Okay.
close is she, though?
She's right next to you.
So there's no one
Oh
within
no, I'm
that-
sorry. You're behind the
No, I'm
building.
behind
Correct.
the building.
So you're the only one in real
Yeah, in
blast
range.
radius?
Yeah.
Yes, but if I can dodge it, I take no damage.
Okay. You
But if I
convinced
don't
me.
dodge it, I take half damage.
So
You've
does the
convinced me.
cannon. No,
I am going
Cannon
to
does
attempt
as
it
well.
Voltron
I was
disassembles.
gonna say it's a full transformer.
It disassembles into 5 different pieces. The fireball goes right through and then reassembles.
Holy fuck. So it's got such good jukes. Yeah, I'm gonna cast fireball at a third
Mega
level.
swords.
Dope.
I have to roll a.
This episode's
Oh, you have to make a dexterity saving
This
throw?
episode is it the best already?
a mess.
Oh, a mess. Yeah.
You have to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah, take out your dex.
But I guess my question is like,
It's a
how do I roll
Not good.
to whether or not I hit this?
What?
What you have to make me do a roll, I think, as to whether or not I can get it in the nozzle.
So I'm gonna just have you roll a normal hit, right? Because you have to roll a normal hit, and
Yeah.
then you do out with
Fireball
fireball.
is just a dex
Fireball's
save,
a
I
spell.
believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
just a
dex
dex
save.
saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that on a nat 1, you'll be able to shoot it directly into this bullseye.
A nat one.
Like, and he rolls a nat 1. The tank rolls a nat 1 on his dexterity. If you're aiming.
Oh, okay. So I don't roll at all. You just go
What's
for
your
the dex.
Yeah, because
Got
if fireball is just line of sight and
Yep.
it auto hits.
Yep.
If I fail the
Yeah,
thingy,
no, you're right.
roll the 5.
Damn, pretty good.
So you still hit it,
Okay. That's going to be
right? Because it's just the dexterity to
Yeah.
avoid it. Yeah, so you're definitely gonna hit it.
a target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save. So since that was
Dope.
lower than 16, it's going to be 8d6.
Noish.
I dodged it.
Nice.
What is your spell DC? I'm like, I hope it's
It's
not
16.
above a 22.
16, you're good. Ooh, 6,
I used it.
12,
Finally.
18,
I just got it. Worth it.
21, 22 fire damage.
And 2 more. You only rolled 6.
Oh, you're right. That is only 6.
Don't tell him.
5 more
tank
damage.
says-
So what did I say?
The tank says, stop
there
telling
one?
him things.
6, 12, 18, 21, 22, 27?
22 plus 5. Yeah, 27.
27 damage. in fire.
Okay. Nice, solid hit.
Hmm.
Cool. You see the fire just hit the side of the tank, just explode. You were able to juke, right, Sebog?
Yeah.
So Sebog's able to kind of juke out of the way. As the fire dissipates, the tank still looks hurt, but like it looks like that was a solid hit. Still looks fairly strong.
I then have to roll for blink. Okay, on a roll of 11 or higher, that's a 13. I vanish from my current plane of existence.
The tank says, "Stop doing that! Stop hiding like a coward!"
I'm a coward. Spicy meatballs.
That will be Madras.
Thanks, Mario.
What would you like to do? You're still behind cover,
I am. They're
so you're hidden.
right. And the tank really doesn't take any sort of physical damage. Right?
No, it's taking physical
I
damage.
punched it
It's
pretty
just
well.
it's very strong, but it does take damage. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not actual. They're all utility spells.
You can see that it has taken a chunk of damage so far. It just seems to have.
Like
Would you say the tank
quite a
looks
bit
bloody?
more.
I would say the tank looks oily. Looks like a tiny bit of oil. Like if this was a Dragon Ball Z episode, it would be at the phase where they just have a little bit of blood coming out of their nose.
So-
They look,
That all you got? This isn't even my final form.
I can't.
In Voltrons.
I hate
the
this.
tank gains blue hair.
Short bow it.
And a tail. What?
If I short bow it, will I lose cover? Well, I could just
You should still be able to have at least partial.
So cover or from being hidden?
Hidden.
If you attack, you will reveal yourself, but you will still have cover if you
Don't
want to stay
sneak
behind
attack
cover.
bonuses and stuff though,
You
too?
can take bonus actions on each of your turns.
She gets bonus
I can
action
hide.
hidden.
You could hide again. Yeah, you
Okay,
could definitely do that.
so I'm gonna short bow this guy.
Do you get a sneak attack bonus or anything like that?
No.
'Cause he's
She
within-
should.
You
I'm
should
right next
definitely,
to the
you
tank.
definitely should.
He's
How?
within 5 feet of allies.
I don't think that's how that. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that's how we've done it before.
Once per turn, you can
It's
deal an
within
extra
5 feet.
4d6
I'm
damage to
right
Five
next-
of me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, with you.
If you have advantage
don't.
on the attack roll, you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. So any ally.
The tank looks at you, Sebog, and says, "Really quickly, do you want to be friends?"
You can't see him.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna.
What?
You can't see him. Oh, see.
I'm
Sebog,
within 5
Said
feet as well.
Me.
No,
that doesn't-
you're on
that doesn't
another
count.
plane, you son of a bitch.
No.
That doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Choose a side, damn it.
We're layered on top of each other.
Choose a
That's a
dimension.
19
Gosh.
to hit.
19 just misses.
No.
You
the
see
hell?
your arrow goes right over the top of the tank.
What? What?
The tank goes, "Where was that from?"
And I rehide.
Okay, fuck. These are the most slippery dwarves we've ever dealt with.
Wow, I've been getting lucky on punching this tank.
What is the hit for this?
It's got a
It's
big
gotta be.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
I mean,
You have to find out.
20.
That's fine.
Apparently, it's more than a 19.
I rolled a 20.
It's homebrew.
This is very homebrew. I can't wait to share what this is from later on. This
damn.
Is it one of your,
tank
is it
build.
one of your fucking Star Wars campaign?
No,
tanks
it's
that you
not.
restat blocked?
It's actually way cooler.
It's an AT-AT that you restat blocked for.
Fuck, I wish.
Yeah.
It's not that, but it's.
Damn.
I can't. Just don't let me forget later. I'll tell you.
Dwarf tea, dwarf tea.
Sebog, that's back to you. Dwarf tea,
So
dwarf tea.
it's like a ATST, but it's all like dwarves at
legs
the
are-
joints, like holding each other.
Or just the legs are really short.
Did you roll?
It's got a very big head and the legs are short.
The
and a
cannons
beard.
are like super wide. It's got a beard, and then the legs are like gonk droid.
Yeah, gonk.
All that reminds me of is Coast Named Kids Next Door when all the cats.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes.
she goes through the giant cat.
Can I make an insight check to
A
see if
K&D
this
campaign
tank
would
is
be
made
fucking
of
nuts.
dwarves?
Actually.
You most certainly can.
No, I'm-
That will be your turn. No.
I feel like if it was made of dwarves, I would have been able to stunning strike it.
Yes, most if it was made out of dwarf like bodies, then yes.
Cartoon Network, if you want to make a K&D D&D 5th edition compatible stat block.
Hey,
Yo.
we are strictly Nickelodeon here.
Oh, fuck.
No, we are not.
No, you're not.
No,
Shit.
we are not.
SpongeBob and the Loud House D&D campaigns.
Chalk Zone.
Oh, Chalk Zone.
Pale Scales, what are we doing,
Shit.
Pale Scales?
Is it my turn again?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, Sebog. Can't
So-
read my own writing.
That's so racist. You get us lizard people mixed up.
That's fucked up.
We're
Unbelievable.
both
Yeah.
reptiles, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
We both lay eggs.
So fucked up, dude. That's fucked up.
Man,
We do.
is it because we look so close?
You haven't laid an egg once.
I haven't tried. I tried to lay an egg.
I don't know why you looked at me.
He's constipated.
2.
He's
I shit my
constipated.
pants.
Whoa.
You shit your pants in another dimension. Nobody notices. Yes.
I take an ethereal shit.
Sebog, please,
Blink back.
please save us.
Can't.
I blink back to the regular plane with like ethereal poop in my pants.
God, what
That's
are we all
horrible.
doing? We're fighting this tank.
Yes.
Oh lord.
What else
I'll
are we
kill
supposed to do?
You see, Eric looks back. We're kind of fucking in this now.
I'll blow it up with my mind.
Why miss it with my?
You say this to nobody as you're in these. You're
Yeah, I'm like talking to myself.
Oh, that's gonna hit. I rolled a 16. Yeah, I got more than this. Plus 4 to hit.
misses. Just kidding.
I rolled a 40 to hit. Ooh, it just misses.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Once you look at that,
Oopsies.
it's shielded for like a plus 25. Let's do
It actually goes into trungle form.
Trungle?
Tank fungal
tank
form.
fungal form.
I
Yeah.
hate it.
It's
Oh my god,
taking,
fungal troll, trungle form.
It's taking 6 damage.
6 damage. Hell yeah.
I saw a sick druid concept.
You see it. The tank looks over to you, Sebog, and says, "All right, stop messing around and get in the fucking tank."
It's not open.
Will you get in if we open it?
GR4C.
Are you gonna shoot me if I don't?
Yes.
Then maybe.
And after people abandon its manner, it keep doing the
Roll a
concept.
persuasion
And it just
check.
was like, oh, I want to be natural. And it hates itself because it's weak. Really cool.
I'm sorry. What kind of trick am I making?
Persuasion.
I think we're doing a flatulence check.
That's gonna be a 15.
You just lost.
Do I persuade this tank?
You see the doors open. And it says, "All right, get in then."
I can't. It's my legs don't want to work right now because
That's a bullshit excuse.
No.
That's a
It's not
bullshit excuse. That's a
Hear my-
bullshit excuse.
Get in
Here,
there.
have you ever heard the theory that we're just in a world of other people's minds and we have these things called turns?
You see that it closes.
now
It's like,
it's not my
that's
turn."
the stupidest thing we've ever heard. The doors
This
guy's
close.
smoking
Lacey,
some-
that's
Have
your
you
turn.
not heard this theory before?
This guy's smoking some
This is
wild
ridiculous.
You can't try to
Stop.
convince me to walk into it.
Stop listening to conspiracy theories.
It's not your turn, man. You can't convince me to walk inside you.
You told me you wanted to get inside. You did this. This is your fault.
No, it's not. You literally said, get inside me. And I said,
Drop my
well,
pen,
I
but this is
can
right
if you
now.
don't
You
open
want
the
him on the
door.
I opened the door and you didn't get
It's
inside.
not your turn. You
Lacey,
can't open
please
the
go.
door.
I'm just gonna step 5 feet to the right so I can see the tank again and cast Blight.
You walk in front of the tank and goes, "Oh fuck!" You cast blight. Does he have to do a save or anything?
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
It demoisturizes it.
That is a 16.
Okay,
what
so
it
it's gonna
does.
take half of the damage. So. Can I not do that?
What's happening? What's happening, Kyrie?
I read later and it was like, does not affect constructs. I'm like,
Sure, you can take it back. You can take it back. Everyone, please read your spells.
oh my god.
I was like, yeah, that saps the moisture out of the target.
I'm struggling.
Does it zap the
Okay.
oil out of the target?
I'm just gonna go into fungal form.
You see, it says, "Get in the tank."
No!
I want to get in there.
I'm just gonna go into fungal
They
form.
wouldn't let me in there.
I'm just gonna turn into a slightly bigger fungal monster.
He goes, "Ah, what the fuck is that?
It's just.
You're a fungal dwarf." Stop doing that. Stop doing that right now. The cannon points back at you.
I go back behind the thing.
We're adding more charges. We're adding more charges.
That is Willie's turn. Willie gets up from the back of the tank where he fell off
I'm
and
behind the building. I
goes
just have to
ahead.
say that
makes an attack. Keeps trying to hit the shell.
Is
It's
he
not
on the
taking
other
any
side
damage.
of the tank?
Yes.
Are you attacking with advantage?
Oh, that's a great point.
I should have been too, but.
No, the second roll was a nat 1.
Yes! Come on!
Great call, though. You're right.
Yeah,
That he is. It is flanking. So, yeah, he does not do any damage there. The tank starts its turn. The tank is going to look back at Sebog. It says, "I don't. Give me a reason not to shoot you right now."
I don't think
Wait.
I can.
I can hear you.
Like,
I'm in love with you.
It's just that
Rolled.
since this fight has been happening, I don't know. I just been thinking I'm falling in love with you.
Yes, it works flawlessly.
Roll me a real good deception check. Back on, right?
Perfect.
Nailed it just in time
Nailed-
for me to
Nailed it.
just
Finish your of love.
hear my confession of love for a tank.
Seduce this tank, Sebog. You see, Eric looks at you and says, "Seduce it!
It's just like Melf Manor.
It's our only chance!"
What am I rolling?
Deception?
Performance? Persuasion?
Deception?
It's deception. It's 1000% deception.
Deception?
Yeah.
Persuasion.
You're
There's
not-
no way it's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's,
I got a
There's-
21 to
Oh!
to swoon this tank.
no,
on now.
no.
Come on now!
I
This
rolled
is the most chaotic
I
episode.
rolled a 19.
With +2? Oh, shit! Oh, shit, the tank! It Voltrons and tries to fuck you.
You see, in almost like an emote of this tank,
see
the
the
tank
tank
cannon,
just
the tank cannon. You see the little lights on the tank, just kind of like get a little like reddish hue, and
God, the cannon gets longer.
the cannon does not get longer.
It gets shorter.
You see
Oh, damn.
you see the cannon just kind of almost emotes like an expression, just kind of looks is first looking at you. It goes ooh. It first is looking at you,
Turn it off.
and then it kind of like it almost like if it's like head just kind of like looks down to the ground a bit, and you can see the tread just kind of like kick back and forth, like
Stop it.
it says, you know,
Just like, yeah, so.
We've got our Bard fucks the dragon moment. It's just the turtle monk fucking the tank, filled with male dwarfs.
I
have not proved that yet.
Or non-binary dwarfs.
this is incredibly unprofessional of me, but I will say the short conversation I have grown somewhat fond of you. Perhaps there's something here
Pale scale
that we
shits a
will-
tear on the ethereal plane. It's so beautiful.
You have no idea how lonely it is being a tank.
These dudes just climbing in me all day.
You see the tank.
In and out, in and out, in and
The
out.
tank just kind of says, I don't know what this means,
We don't need to know what it means right now.
but I'm willing to find out. And then the tank aims over at the building and fires at the building that you guys are firing. You see Eric just goes, no!
He didn't shoot Sebog. It was a really good reason to not shoot Sebog.
Can't we just say that that was such a good roll that it's paralyzed in affection for me?
It didn't shoot you.
It's true. It's true.
It fires on this building. It really doesn't even need to roll. It's going
building?
to massively, the building that you guys are both hiding behind.
Great.
Just crumbles.
Oh, we're behind the same building?
Yeah, it's just one building.
Oh, good.
It's kind of the outskirts. The buildings are a little bit more few and far between here. It fires on this building. You see this building just crumbles instantly right around you guys. Go ahead and give me dexterity saving throws as you're kind of avoiding the debris as it collapses.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there are people in the
14.
building?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. 14, you're able to dodge out of the way.
Can I as
You're
well?
on the outside of the building, so you were able to kind of
10.
like,
Can I as well?
yeah, roll to see if there's anybody in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there blood?
There's debris. Now, just what you get on your dexterity.
9.
Madras, go. You take. It's not gonna be a lot.
Okay.
16.
40 damage.
You take 6 damage.
Okay.
What'd you
I
get?
got a 16.
Pale Scales, you can't really tell. Sebog, as you hear the crumbling, you're pretty confident that there was not anybody in this building. It seems like when you guys first got to the top layer here, the work whistle went off and people were coming out of like mines in different areas where they were working and were populating like certain like areas or whatever, but this seems kind of right at the edge. This is kind of right near where people would get on like a rail to like go off into the more residential areas up or higher in the mountain. Mm-hmm. So it seems like this building could have been occupied, but it feels like it wasn't at this moment. But you definitely notice that there's obviously no regard for the tank shooting the building if there's somebody was inside there.
It's a bad sign.
Yeah,
As
Red flag.
yes. As that happens, the building crumbles, and then that will be Eric's turn. Eric just goes ahead and takes another smack at the tank. Jesus, they're rolling. They're constantly rolling fours.
With advantage.
With advantage, thank you. Another nat 1. Literally last time,
Let's
Willie
go.
rolled a 4 and then a 1, and Eric just did the exact same thing. Tim
Yes.
will do the
Amazing.
same again. Tim is on top still. He'll roll with advantage,
Tim.
and he got... Oh, still too shy. They're not strong enough, honestly.
Not even Tim.
Not even Tim. Tim's power is purely with the ladies. That will be Pale Scale's turn.
Why didn't he?
And Mattress, you're on deck.
Because it's not a lady.
This cover is now gone, though. So you guys know. Tim puts a hand on the tank.
It's my tank, Tim. Start fighting Tim.
We could share the tank.
Yeah, we could.
Don't even. He looks at Lacey. Don't think about it. You don't need to know.
I'm thinking about it.
No, stop.
I'm doing it. I'm thinking.
I'm doing it. The tank says, "Stop. This is purely between me and Sebog."
He already knows my name.
You said your name before.
But doesn't mean you had to memorize it in one say.
How could I forget?
Is there anyone manning the Gatling gun?
It seems to all be the
Like
Gatling
one-
gun seems to be automated, yeah. And you haven't seen any like
Person in it.
Yeah.
The tank is referring it to itself as a tank, so for all we know.
Not living.
Where's the blue orb?
the blue. So it's it's like a bronzish orb. It's kind of like built into the tank, but it does have like a bluish hue to it. It's kind of right in the front, right below the cannon. The cannon sits on top and sits over it, and then it kind of is right in the front. Off to the right a little bit if you're looking right at it, because the left is where that carapace thing opens to have somebody sit inside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shatter, and I'm gonna target the point of origin for the 10-foot AOE to be the blue orb.
Cool.
So it's a Constitution saving throw of 16
Cool.
that you have to make.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so then you pass, and you're going. Oh, you're a creature made of stone, crystal, and metal.
Yes.
Disadvantage.
Oh. Most certainly made of metal. That is a 4.
Ooh. Okay. You're gonna take 3d8 thunder damage.
Oh shit.
Where's the d8?
That's a 10.
Not you. That's this one. 1. Okay, so 7.
You're in the wrong
7.
domain. Where's this guy?
4. 18 damage of thunder damage.
18. Okay, nice.
And then
Damn it, Cole.
What?
Where's this guy?
When you can.
I do not return to the ethereal plane. I did not roll high enough, so I'm going to move 30 feet. Is there another building that I could have?
Not within 30 feet. You see, the only other buildings around here are like, I would say about 60 feet going toward like the more populated part of the city.
How tall is the tank?
Tank is like 10 feet tall.
Could I attempt to run from? Because I'm assuming I'm like at the front where the cannon's sort of aimed.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to like run to the back of it?
Yeah, you definitely
I'm
can.
gonna do that. I'm
Cool.
gonna move 30 feet toward like the back angle of the cannon. So
Awesome.
It's harder for it to turn. And that's my turn.
Sweet. That will be Madras.
So my cover's blown.
Yes, quite literally.
How many rounds is like a time, by the way? Because Blink's only a minute.
It's like 6 seconds per.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get 10
Oh.
rounds.
So you're gonna have plenty.
You always
yeah.
get 10
10
rounds
rounds.
of every 1 minute.
Well, once you
Got it.
miss it, it deactivates, right?
No.
Right. Oh,
No, it's
No.
a duration of 1 minute, and I roll at the end of every turn.
Oh, I thought once you fail the roll, it was like, well, you're SOL now.
It's just now I'm vulnerable. 'cause
Well,
I'm
yeah,
getting shot.
you're just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was.
And I guess you could technically fail it every time because it's a 50% chance. So you could just waste a third level doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is guaranteed, isn't it?
No, I
Oh,
just
thought
cast
the
it
first
on
one was
combat.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I can dismiss it as an action, but it's not even concentration. It's just a buff.
Is there anywhere else that I can find cover?
You could definitely run toward, like, I'll say the next building is, what did I say, 50 or 60 feet away?
60.
60
I thought.
feet away. So if you wanted to make a move toward there, you'd obviously be farther away, but you probably still have range with your short bow.
I would still have range.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book it for that
Cool.
building.
You definitely can. Yeah, you're not going to take any opportunity attacks or anything like that.
Not
So you
right
want to
now.
just haul ass?
Yep.
Cool. If you want to do a dash, what's your speed? It should be at the very top.
What is 30 feet?
Awesome. So if you want to use a dash action, you could get there
Yeah.
in 1 turn. Awesome. So you're able to get right to the building. I'll say it's a 1-story building. You can, basically get behind it as cover if you want to. Obviously, you're close enough where you're able to do that if you'd like.
Okay.
Very cool. Anything else? Well, that's your action,
That's
right?
it, yeah.
So, okay, that will be up to Sebog. Destroy your lover.
I might be able to get you that guy.
You might be able to give me that.
Be rough.
So,
Know exactly what you're gonna try to do.
I seen what you can do to a building, but
Oh my god.
it's been awfully. It's been I've been missing the sky since I've been inside, and I was wondering if you can take your nice, powerful cannon and shoot a hole through the mountain for me so I can see the sky.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Because apparently it loves you.
It does love you.
We're gonna romance every single tank from now on.
We've never romanced a character before. I'm so happy it's happening. And to a construct of all things.
In combat.
Listen, Lacey tried.
Will I dream?
What is love?
Oh shit!
What is this
Oh
feeling?
fuck. Oh shit.
What am I doing? I'm
What
sorry.
is this
Persuasion with
feeling?
advantage.
Persuasion.
With advantage,
I
yeah.
rolled a 13. 18.
You see the cannon turns back to you and says, I will blow a hole in the mountain for you right after I apprehend these criminals.
Oh my god.
My sweet, sweet Sebog.
Sebog is a criminal.
That will. Anything else you want to do?
This is a Romeo and Juliet story.
Oh, yeah. And I'm
Who's close to me that's hurt?
Well, nobody's hurt besides Lacey. I guess you're a little hurt.
Yeah, you took some debris
I
damage.
can't take,
Little
I can't take any
damage.
healing right now. My temp.
I can still heal,
Oh,
just not your temp, obviously.
nice. Didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I,
I don't-
wouldn't be
I
able
don't
to.
see a reason why
yeah,
not.
I'm like, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to.
Please.
How far are you is the question. I mean, you're probably within 45.
Am I within 45 feet of him? I should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're still next to the building that blew up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna take, what is it? Is it just my wisdom? Yeah, okay. You're gonna take 8. 8.
Thanks, man.
And then, how far is she actually?
From you?
Yeah, from me. Or was.
I'll say like 20 feet.
Okay, so that gives me plenty of space to go over to her, heal her, and then walk back to the tank.
Okay. Do you want to do any kind of attack?
That
Oh, that's all you got. Okay.
That's all I can
got
do.
it. Cool.
Really.
That will be Lacey.
No, I don't want to hurt my baby. I tried. I tried to get that.
sure this actually gaggy.
I tried to get you that sky.
You really did.
You might still get it if everyone's apprehended.
Guess what? I can still cast Thunder Wave. That doesn't require the sky.
There you go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, no.
Spaghetti
That camera's on.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't want to kill. Damn it!
Well,
Damn it! I would hit everyone else. These fucking spells. I'm casting Flaming Sphere, so. So Flaming Sphere, 5-foot diameter sphere, appears in unoccupied space.
you can do it right next to the tank where everyone's not,
The fuck?
and then have it.
Well, it can
be-
still be in range because it's 5 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, have it right
Like,
next to it, and
Right
then.
next to us, though. It's
That- yeah,
it's-
like I was just saying to you.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Like,
Can you make a dexterity saving?
It's a 10.
Okay, cool. You lose.
you jump.
Take 4 points of damage.
Oh no! The tank explodes. Just kidding.
If that's what
You hit the oil line in the tank.
Ignites.
It's not hard.
I'll never forget you.
And then every time you end your turn
Starts raining
within
inside
5
the
feet of
mountain.
the sphere, you have to make another dexterity saving throw. And then I'm gonna circle the spores you, so give me a constitution throw for me.
Does that affect it? Is that poison?
Is it?
Is it
Poison
necrotic?
damage.
I thought it was necrotic.
Let's see.
I think it's poison, and I think constructs would be immune to poison.
Well, your construct fell in love, so.
It's immune to poison, not love.
Doesn't say anywhere in the handbook that's immune to love.
Show me the spot.
Robots can love too.
Fungal body.
No. Halo
Yeah.
spores. Halo. Necrotic damage. Is it immune to necrotic damage?
It is.
Ooh, is it?
You know, it says it's immune to necromancy effects.
Oh, then yeah, it's
Feels like
Oh,
necrotic
that
would fall, yeah.
is all there.
Well, then blight definitely wouldn't have worked because that's all necromancy.
So technically speaking, it should probably still have about 7 more health.
That's okay.
Okay. I know it's a lie.
No, that's my bad for not looking it up.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna use the rest of my movement to try to get behind the tank.
Anything? Okay, cool. So
bang.
you're behind the tank next to Willie.
Yeah.
Okay, so Willie.
But I'm short king.
Willie is like short queen. Let's see. Going to try to make an attack.
With advantage.
Thank you. Always forget that. Still nothing. Keeps just dinging this armor. Like, why won't this thing die? You see, it's now the tank's turn. The tank turns back over. It kind of rotates the cannon to face Lacey and Willie. And it's
What the fuck?
last turn it blew up the building.
Yeah.
It has to reload. So the Gatling gun emerges again and is going to make an attack on. Let's find out. You're gonna have odd numbers. It's a 2. It's gonna make an attack on Willie. That is a oh god. That is a nat 20.
Not Willie.
Oh.
Throw me your harmonica. Please don't you die.
He's man. He got stuff.
That's not that bad. 19 points of damage to Willie. Okay, Willie just gets like lit up with bullets, and just kind of falls to the ground and just gets back up and says, "Oh fuck, that hurt." blood all over him. He is very hurt from that.
spattered.
Significantly hurt from that.
littered with.
I'm just spattering lily blood.
That will now be.
Is he ending the turn in the same spot?
Yeah.
Cool. Make another dexterity.
Oh,
save.
hell yeah. Okay. 19.
Cool. 4 more points of damage.
Okay.
It's higher.
That will be. Eric is going to make an attack with advantage. Jeez, the nat ones are insane. That will be Tim. Tim's still on top, almost clotheslined as it turned the cannon. And Jesus, they're still not able to do any damage. They're rolling like absolute dog shit. That will now be Pale Scales with Madras on deck.
How beat up is this tank looking?
It looks like you've done a decent chunk of damage objectively. It is very strong.
This whole episode's gonna be fighting.
You see, Eric yells over and just says, "There are not a lot of these things, but you can see why they're not really necessary for them to be a ton patrolling." He says, "Maybe we start thinking about a plan B."
Is this loud? This whole fight, I'm assuming, is very loud.
It is, but you are on the outskirts.
Okay.
And Eric just told you that there's very few of these things. So you could assume that you're causing a commotion, that there would be probably more forces to arrive. But you're very much in the most rural part of this actual, like, city. So it will take time. But you are aware that this is very loud with the cannon going off and that reinforcements could arrive. But you do think, you don't see any right now.
Did we go over if this is a creature or not?
It's not. It's a construct.
Yeah.
That's in love with me.
So I can't banish it.
Not my baby.
That would have been cool though.
Yeah, if I just send it somewhere else,
Yeah.
it'd be awesome.
For what, an hour, right?
We take the building.
It is
Push it
for,
somewhere else!
it's for up to a minute.
Oh, it's only. I thought it was.
Banish it and then get the fuck out of
That
Dodge.
was literally the plan. It was like, hey, we'll just get away from it.
I'll leave a sticky note on the ground. I'll come back.
I leave heart stickers.
I ask you for heart stickers.
Do I see anything that looks like a viable escape route?
It is just kind of like a little bit of like an open field for that 60 feet where Magus just ran, and then the buildings become more populated. You would have to lose it in the city, essentially. Now it's big, so it can't go where you could go, essentially, but it is a more rural part of this area, so you would have to book it, get shot on a little bit, and then kind of dodge it in the crowds and or the buildings.
We've also established it does not care about hurting other dwarves, possibly. So
Yeah.
running might not be. I mean, running still might be helpful, but like running in hopes that it won't attack us because we're near things, I don't think will help.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
This is an interesting episode.
Very interesting. Not how I thought it was gonna go.
It doesn't.
I have a
Okay.
whole different plan.
To like metagame with the party a little bit, it doesn't feel like doing damage is getting us very far with it.
Right.
Not really, no.
And Sebog's way less inclined to deal with damage.
Right.
Right
Also,
now.
that's true. And like, I can keep hitting it, but if we're even like only halfway through it, I'm gonna run out of spell slots.
Even
very
if we're
quick.
halfway through it, I don't even think we're halfway.
Yeah, and that's like optimistic.
But like, what are our options for running?
Like I said, not really a lot.
Right.
Unless, no, that'd be.
You want distracted?
I tried.
You could stay where you are and then have like a little heart-to-heart with it, and the rest of us...
I rolled an 18, and it was still like, yeah, but I'm gonna get these guys first.
So, like, roll better. No.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
If you,
I'm sorry.
if you get out of table talk, you can talk to the other dwarves.
Can I talk to Eric and Willie and Tim?
Yeah, are you on the ethereal plane right now?
Yeah, well, I didn't even successfully go back.
Oh,
last
then you're,
turn.
yeah. They're
Do I have
fighting
enough
with you.
time in combat to, like, be like, guys, what the fuck do you think we should do?
Yeah, you could definitely yell stuff in the heat of battle.
Who's closest
as they're
to me?
fighting. You are right next to...
Out of the dwarves.
You're pretty... Out of the dwarves, that would be Eric. Eric's at the front of the tank. And then Tim is on top, and then Willie's on the back. Sebog
And
next
Eric's
to you two.
the royalty one, right?
Yeah.
So he would... Okay.
Leader, yeah.
And I'm just leaning on the tank, just talking. Just talking.
Rubbing the side of it.
It's like, hey, baby.
Caressing it.
Eric, do we keep hitting it or do we leave? Because it feels like hitting it's not working.
You see, Eric looks over and he's like sweating. He's like, these things are bitches to take out. Takes large squadrons of folks. We might be able to take it out, but my vote is probably towards making a run for it.
Best way to do that being what?
He's like, well, we probably have two options. We could try and split up. Maybe Tim, Willie, and I can try to be a distraction for a bit, meet back up with you, or we can just try to make a run for it and just scatter. He says between swings.
I feel like the people who can leave the easiest are me and you, with the blinking and the flying. And you being able to seduce constructs.
I'm also.
You might not even want to leave.
Yeah, you are.
It might not be the easiest for me to leave.
You might just want to curl up inside the little cell and.
Tank's
My
about to show you a good time.
my vote
I'm about
would
to
be
take.
that me and Sebog keep it busy while the
keep it
dwarves
busy.
and Madras and Lacey leave.
Huh? We're about to find out.
What do we think?
That's fair.
Yeah?
I mean, realistically, it might just be easy for me to try to at least distract it a little bit for you, it not to aim for you guys right away.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you and I hang out. I'm blinking in and out. They can all leave.
But I mean, I guess, yeah, you could help because you'll still be blinking.
Yeah. I'll be on the next plane by the end of this conversation.
Hopefully.
Yeah, true. Or I roll bad and die.
Yeah.
It's always a possibility.
What is your health at?
53.
Oh, you can take a hit.
Oh yeah, I'm full health.
A hit.
Un hit.
Uno hit.
One hit.
Uno
I could take
hito.
one hit.
Like I'm about to kill half party. Nice.
Guys are strong now, need strong enemies.
True.
You sleep with the tank, make a constitution saving throw.
To not just get rolled over.
I'm a top.
Not today.
Oh no. That took a turn.
I'm so sorry.
They've heard worse.
I want to
From us.
Yeah, 100%.
Eric, how good are these things on icy terrain?
He says, well, they have treads, so not as bad as it would be if I was on wheels, but
True.
it's worth a shot.
Okay. I'm behind it.
Yep.
I'm behind it. Where
Are you behind it? Did you move to the back of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
Okay,
so we could talk
I'm sorry.
to.
Oh, right. Okay. Got it.
So I want to move another 30 feet in that direction away from it. That makes sense?
Like toward where Madras is?
More toward the back of it. So
Oh,
that
you
way-
want to move to the back of it.
So I'm at the back of it already, and I want to move like more 30 feet in that same direction. Does that make sense?
Going toward the city.
So that it has to
Yeah.
look. So I'm the opposite direction of Madras and Lacey. Does that make sense?
No, so Lacey is on the front side. Mm-hmm. And then Madras is way on the back side in basically the village. So they're on opposite sides.
Okay.
And Madras is 60 feet away.
Toward Madras.
Got
I
it.
say then, right?
Cool.
And then the doors are around it.
Yeah. Around and on top.
So are we good to just tell people to book it, except for me and Sebog?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so that sounds like.
Eric, get Willie and Tim and the rest of the people out of here. Me and Sebog are going to try and slow it down.
He looks at you, he's like, are you sure about that? He's like,
Oh, I'm sure about
he looks at you and just kind of double takes. He's like, All right. Dwarves, Short Queen, we're moving out. It's not their turn, but they make the moves to start to
Got it.
run. Yeah.
So, is there a way I could cast Ice Storm in a way that cuts the tank off from them, or puts it at least in between them?
Not without also cutting off
that
the
one.
direction. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna play it cool, and I'm gonna attempt to. I can't see the blue orb, can I?
It's like it's not really a blue, but like glows with a bluish
bronzish orb
hue.
that glows
Yes,
blue.
exactly.
Is it visible, like omnidirectional, all the way around the tank?
No, it's just at the front part.
Okay, I'm gonna try and as best as I can, remembering where that is, target the shatter on it and cast shatter again.
Cool.
At a second level.
Is there a safe?
There is. It is Constitution with a disadvantage.
It fails.
It fails?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, it's going to take 3d8 thunder damage.
Woo!
That's a 6.
Those are the 6. Where is this?
It gets powered up.
Oh shit.
It
1,
Iron Man's it.
3, and 1. So it's going to take 5 damage.
Hell yeah!
Oh, hit the thing.
Oh no.
Oh, button.
My tin
Oh,
boy.
it just turned off too. So. You know.
Son of a bitch.
My tin boy. Good to go.
There you go.
And I blink. And I'm out.
Okay.
I got a 19. for
Tango,
the
stop
blink.
doing that!
I can't! I literally don't know how.
That will be Madras, your turn.
I don't know how to turn it on. We have to
Um,
wait it out.
And then Sebog's on deck.
I'm dipping. I'm out.
You're just gonna keep moving that direction? You're
Yeah.
okay.
You should be moving with the rest of them.
You want to move? So you're basically now behind cover. You want to just keep moving deeper into the city.
Oh no. I want to go. No, I want to go with my people.
So you are in the direction that they said they want to move. So
Oh, then
you're, yeah.
I'm a dip then.
They're heading toward her.
They're going. They haven't had their turn yet, but they are going
gonna
to.
head-
That's
they're
the only.
So I'm
That's really the only direction.
I'm
You guys are
telling
kind of
you,
on a cliff.
The safest person here because
Yes.
I'm already okay. Yeah, I'm going.
I'ma keep moving.
You could move deeper in. You could move up if you wanted to, or you could just stay where you are and take a shot or something.
No, fuck that. No. I think Madras is going to run to the other edge of the building, so farther
Okay.
away, but not far enough where her friends didn't have a chance to catch up with her.
Okay, cool. You're still in the basic
So
proximity,
you're
but
moving.
just slightly farther away. Okay,
Right.
you're definitely out of eye shot, so they Tank can definitely not see you right now. Cool. That will be Sebog, your turn. Lacey, you're on deck.
So everyone's trying to leave, and why don't we just try to keep this between us and ignore them for the moment?
Sebog,
It's the worst thing
you're so
hate it too.
ever happened.
you're so
I
bad.
hate it too.
I have to do my duty. I have to do my job. But once I take them out, we're gonna have all the time in the world.
This is the worst. I hate this.
We lost
This tank is aroused.
any viewers we had up until
We're
now.
gone.
Oh God.
Gone.
Negative
Including
viewers
our
now.
friends.
We have some weird people. now.
Anything you want to do?
The viewership peaked.
It
Yeah.
just became a very sexual podcast.
Remember we were talking about Red 2 before the start?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about
Red 2.
Yeah. Thanks, YouTube.
Is there any kind of check I can make to try to persuade it to not attack them?
You can try and persuade it to not attack,
Okay,
but
that's what I was trying to get at with that.
okay, yeah. If you want to make a persuasion check to have the tank actually not attack your friends as they retreat, you can do that.
With advantage again.
I will say you can do it with advantage, but it's going to be a tough roll.
That's fair. I wouldn't have expected otherwise with this shit show we got going on. Persuasion, right? 19.
Is it a 19 or a 20?
It's 19.
Yes! Fails He's regretting all his life decisions tonight.
You see the tank is looking in the direction of where your friends want to go. Swivels back to you. Tim has to like duck out without being clotheslined. Swivels back to you and just says,
Then I wink.
God damn, you're gonna make me regret this.
Oh my god.
You see the tank says, will you stay with me?
For as long as I can.
The little carapace thing opens.
There's a ring.
Where did you get this?
The seat's all clean.
Somehow magically.
Oh shit.
We have to go up and get married.
You know what? Okay, I'll go inside.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You see, you enter in, and as you climb into like the carapace, you see it's so warm and comfortable in there, and it just feels right. And as that happens, you see the tank moves the cannon up toward the top of the mountain, and fires a shot at the roof, at the ceiling of the mountain. You just hear this big, and then it just this cannon, like this arcane cannon bolt, goes flying into the air, and smacks into the side of the mountain. You hear this like really deep echoing crack, like, and then you just feel like vibration all around, and then you just feel like pieces of rock, or you see pieces of rock just come tumbling down all over, and a small relative to the mountain but gaping hole appears kind of in there, and there's this beautiful sun shines in and warms your fake dwarven skin as you climb inside.
How long have we been fighting this
thing
for?
It's been like 10 minutes.
It's not been that long.
even.
Yeah,
Okay.
the combat is always super long and relative to how it
I'm
actually
just making sure.
it closes the carapace, and you are just in this dark little.
Wait. Keep it open so I can look at it just a little bit longer.
You see, he says, "Okay," and just cracks it open a little tiny bit so you can still see. And then as that happens, combat essentially ends unless anybody would like to continue fighting it. And
It's having a moment.
you see the dwarves just go, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're getting the fuck out of here. And they just start hauling ass toward Madras' general direction.
What true love looks like?
Okay.
Nope, I guess not. Because that ain't it.
Oh god.
That's a construct. They just start.
Isn't love a construct? A social construct?
You see Tim just like sits there and goes, wow, I never thought
That's
about
deep.
that. Eric just goes, shut the fuck up, run. And then start hauling ass. Pale Scales and Lacey, do you hang around? Do you head out?
Even if I didn't want to.
Are you still inside it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
still
worried about this.
we all are. On multiple levels.
So are we still in initiative?
No, initiative's technically ended.
So am I like on the regular plane?
Not yet.
If
it's
you,
technically
I'll say that you basically,
Can will to be?
yeah.
Sure. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Deuces.
You guys all head out and start running in the general direction. Sebog, you just sit there for a while and just enjoy the sun, which you haven't seen in a couple days. It's just been straight up like dark candlelit
Sebog's
abyss.
actually kind of relaxing for a minute because he knows he's not in danger, at
Yeah.
least for the time being,
Right.
and he's actually seeing sunlight, which has a reptile. It's kind of nice.
Yep. So you just enjoy this for a little bit, and your friends start running into the town.
I feel like
And for the rest of the campaign that I wrote today, you see,
Sorry.
you all retreat into.
We fought it for a long time.
I gave you that construct. That is a bitch of a construct to fight. You guys start running all into the city. You guys all meet up with Madras, and you guys start kind of running into like more and more buildings become prevalent, kind of as you come into this like more, you're still in this kind of outer third of the city, in this kind of rural outer section, but the buildings are becoming, more common, and it's kind of more, like alleyways are now present and such. So you guys are running into here, and as you get more into the little heart of this outer section of the town, or the city, you guys eventually stop at the street corner, and everyone's just like huffing and puffing after just darted like crazy, and Eric just looks at you guys and says, all right, let's not fucking run into any more constructs. Also, not sure what the fuck we're gonna do about Sebog, but I do think it was probably best that we got the fuck out of there, at least for now. I guess we can try and regroup with him afterward, but I'm not really sure what the fuck's gonna happen there. So, do you guys trust that he'd be able to get himself out of there? Should we progress? I mean, we are running out of time for both our potions and before Bjorn and his apparent army is gonna be here. And for context, you guys know it's like, Sudi told you that they'd be there in like roughly a day, and then you took a long rest, and then it's been like, I'd say like an hour or two climbing, so you guys have like 14-ish hours until roughly when the army is supposed to arrive, and you need to destroy the pylon before they get there.
Who's best equipped for? Do we think Sebog can do this by himself?
Destroying pylons? Do what?
No.
It's like Eric says, no, that's what we gotta do. Sebog is gonna be.
No, not that. How we gonna get
Him?
Houston let Sebog?
He says, I don't know what the fuck happened with that.
Yeah.
He says,
I've never seen anything like that.
He
Not
says,
from Pig's Trough.
but
You've seen
but
worse.
it feels like
Tanks all the time.
Sebog's safe for now, at least.
Okay.
I don't know how long that'll last, but we also have a job to do.
So we gotta destroy this pylon and do something.
To the pylon.
He says the pylon's the biggest thing, but
Alright,
then
go.
but then we're gonna be in the mix of the battle as soon as that, like, depending on the time that we're able to take out that pylon, because Bjorn's forces are gonna come right for the kingdom, and we'll be right at the epicenter of that. He says, all right, let's go. He takes you a little bit farther into the city, and as you get closer to like where the middle section would become kind of prevalent, he takes you into this back entrance of this large like bar. And as he brings you in, he kind of nods you, says, just so we know and we're clear, most folk here, especially on this outer section, are not fans of the Circle of Fire and the dwarves who are aligning themselves with them. So they're going to be, for the most part, civil but resistant towards that. He says, but it's important to know, too, a lot of dwarves are not super friendly to outsiders just because of the history of the Forever War. And on top of that, there will most certainly be some Circle of Fire sympathizers rattled around. So it's probably best to just not trust anyone. And he says, and before we go in here, it's also, if for some reason anything happens and you need to kind of explain who you are, just say that you're hill dwarves and everyone will understand that you're just weird as fuck.
Got it.
And he brings you into this bar, and then as you walk in, it's almost kind of like this sad gray city is on pause. You get into this this large bar, and there's tons of dwarves kind of, who have just got off their shift and all that stuff, enjoying meads and ales and whatnot and chatting. It's very lively, and you can kind of tell that this is kind of, it seems like one of the subtle luxuries that are still allowed. Maybe perhaps the Circle of Fire and the guards believe, think that that's helps keep people calm or whatever. This area seems at least this bar seems to be at least relatively not like under surveillance or anything like that from the guards. It seems like they're letting civilians kind of, be civilians here. So this is the first feeling of like an actual, real dwarven like culture that you've actually experienced so far. And it feels lively and warm. You, of course, keep in mind what Eric told you, but it's definitely kind of an enjoyable sight. Eric brings you in, finds a table kind of in the back, farther corner, and you guys all sit down. He kind of huddles you guys all up close, and he says, all right, so there are a couple things. I wanted to bring you all here because, A, it's just a second to get a breather and kind of regroup, but also there are some folks I need to get in contact with to be able to ensure a safe house in the middle city. He says, once we get in there, it's going to be very different. Here, we have a lot more patrols. Those tanks are kind of few and far between, but you do have dwarven guards loyal to the Circle of Fire who are patrolling, people that we very much want to avoid as we try to make our way into the innermost part of the city at the actual, at the Understone Keep. He says, I need to connect with my contacts. I think it's best if we don't split up one by one, so we should stay in groups. He says, I think it's safest if you all stay here and the three of us, and he looks at Tim and Willie, we go meet up with my contact. I'm not sure he, lives in the outer city, but I have to get in contact with him, get in touch with the other true dwarves who still live in the city, and then I can be back within an hour. But I brought you here because it's still relatively safe, but I also wanted to run that by you all because I'm unfortunately have to leave you here while I find that contact.
Do we believe him?
You can roll a perception check.
I won't.
It seems pretty earnest.
12.
It seems like he's telling the truth.
Would it maybe be a bad idea for at least not, one of you to be with us in case we make a hill dwarf type of weird behavioral move?
He nods and he says, "Yeah, that's a good point. We're pretty good at slicking around like the cities and trying to make sure that nobody spots us. So we'll probably be okay with just two of us. We can definitely, we'll keep." He looks over at Willie. He's like, "We'll just keep Willie here, and then Tim and I will go get in touch with my contact. But that's probably a good idea, just so you guys aren't completely abandoned."
One of us go with you then?
He says, "Well, the only reason I thought maybe you should hide here is because you're probably less likely to be bothered by anyone, and guards are patrolling the outsides here, and if you look suspicious at all, as we know from earlier, they have no issue with stopping people and questioning them, and it'd be best
Shooting
not
at
to get
them.
into another issue."
Okay.
He's like, "We can blend in and make ourselves pretty scarce. We're quite familiar with the city."
I'm comfortable with that. What do you guys think?
Cool.
With it.
He nods and he says, "All right, again, if anyone comes up, trust what Willie here says, and also just say that you're hill dwarves. Yeah, say that you're hill dwarves from Erisburg. Everyone hates that town.
Erisburg.
They'll avoid you like the plague." And he gets up, and Tim goes with him. Kind of gives you all nods and heads out. You see also, for context, I forgot to mention this before, but right before the battle commenced, Eric took some mud and just ran it through his hair to kind of darken it, so it's not just this bright red as he walks around.
That people would recognize.
Exactly. So they head out to the city street corners and start to kind of move off to the right, kind of deeper into like the general direction of like the middle city. You guys are now in this bar. As you look around, first of all, everyone give me a perception check,
7.
including Sebog.
16.
Ooh, yikes. I'm too busy staring at the sunset. You said perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
It's dark but warm in this carapace.
I got a 17.
It's heated. Relax. You got a 17. Okay, what did everyone else get? Yours was just a joke.
Yeah.
What did you guys get?
Heated seats.
Yeah. 16, 17 for
16,
Madras.
17, I got 7.
Okay, cool. You see, Pale Scales, as you're looking around again, and just kind of get this vibe of like, this just seems like a nice bar and actually pretty upbeat. Madras and Lacey, you guys are looking around. You notice that as you're looking through, yes, it's definitely upbeat and lively, but it looks like everyone's, pretty exhausted. Like everyone just got off of like their work shift or whatever. But you do notice that all of the dwarves in here are old males or dwarven women. There does not seem to be anybody the age of like Eric or like Tim or Willie. And you notice also that some are covered in like dust and like debris, almost like they were in like a mine, like actually mining. And then some are also relatively clean, but you do also get the hints of like oil on them. So you gather that whatever jobs that they're doing or whatever seems to be both, you know, mining, but then also something having to do with like machinery. You guys look around, you see a bunch of different folks, you know, a lot of people not really paying a lot of attention to you. A dwarvish woman, a bartender, serving drinks and ales, and then you have a group of dwarves that are also kind of in the back other corner, like opposite you guys, who are in this little elevated kind of section, who keep like making like a little bit of like eye contact with you, just kind of curious. And you're not sure if that's just because, you know, there are some nuances that you probably just aren't knowledgeable about, and you're also one of you, and well, two of you, because Willie and Pale Scales are apparently relatively young dwarvish men, which is not very common. And so you notice that they kind of keep looking over, but they're not bothering you or saying anything to you. But for the most part, you're kind of undisturbed there. Willie looks at you guys and says, all right, so, you know, do you want me to, like, grab some ales or something, or what do we want to do here? We have a little bit of time to kill.
Yeah, grab some ales.
Let's blend in.
He says, all right, let's go. He kind of goes over to the bartender and starts to get some ales poured. You guys are kind of alone by yourselves right now as Willie gets those, and again, everything seems to be pretty calm here. Nothing too strange or out of the ordinary. You do see, as you're sitting there, this like really old dwarf comes over, slowly makes his way to you, just slowly, like with a cane, as he kind of like hobbles over, and he just says, "You aren't from around here, are you?" He says, he nods, he's like, dare I say, hill dwarves?
From Harrisburg.
He's like, oh, Harrisburg. He just kind of like, okay, yeah, well, it's nice to see some new faces in here. I just wanted to say, you know, hello and just, you know, maybe offer to get you all a drink. And he kind of looks over and he sees, he's like, well, I guess your companion's maybe already getting that. Well, you know, there's not a whole lot of friendly folk here. I'm older. I remember times when, you know, during the Forever War, when we weren't so afraid of other species and other groups of dwarves even. But I just wanted to say hello and, you know, best travels to you all.
What's your name, old timer?
He goes, I should have had it written down.
It's Hackstore!
The god!
Roll for initiative!
He says, my name is Rastom.
Ah.
What is yours, friend?
Percy.
Oh, okay, Percy. That's a very uncommon name for a dwarf.
It's short for Percival Eris Bergavold.
Eris Bergavold.
Yeah.
Are you heir to the Erisburg fortune?
No, it's a common... We share a name with
The famous shoe shop?
No, everyone makes that mistake, though.
No?
We just share a name.
He nods and says, oh, well, it's not a very common name, but...
It's like yeah, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He said, what do you say?
It's like a Smith.
What was the name before? The Smith what?
Percy Smithcaster?
The Smithcaster.
Smithcaster? You see, he nods and says, you know, if I didn't know any better, I would have sworn you were a Smithcaster.
You know, actually, I've been getting that a lot lately. Since
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Are they stinky or something?
They said,
Because I'm pretty stinky.
he says, no, I wasn't gonna say anything. They're not particularly.
That means yes.
They're not. You are a little bit, but hey, you know what? Among dwarves, that's not the worst thing. The worst thing you could be would be a coward. But he just laughs and he says,
Shed a tear.
he says, I'm sorry. Did I offend you or? He said, oh,
I'm a hell dwarf.
I don't know what to say. That's not really something dwarves will say often.
That's awkward.
All right. Well, have a great time here, and if I can help you acclimate to the culture down here. It's kind of strange with everything under, all the extra police force. But hey, I guess it, keeps us safe. And just kind of shrugs and starts to kind of make his way off back to where he was sitting.
That's nice, man.
He says, "I'm sorry, what was that? I'm hard of hearing."
I say thank you.
You are welcome, and thank you for being so kind.
Do we invite him to drink with us?
He's kind of making his way back. He did offer to get you a drink.
Well, we already have drinks coming, but hey, he's already got the ales coming, but do you want to drink with us?
He turns around and says, "What? I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing."
Do you want to drink with us?
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you so much.
Sit.
He comes on over, and as he comes over, you see Willie kind of comes over with drinks. He says, "I guess we have company. Hello, old man. How are you?" And he says, "I'm doing just fine. Enjoying, hopefully a drink with my new friends here." He nods, kind of looks. Willie looks back over to you guys and says, "Okay, great. That sounds awesome. I'll grab another drink, I guess." And just kind of gives you guys a look like, "Is this cool? Are you okay?" And he's like, "All right, I'll grab another drink." You see the old man throws him a bronze piece, and he takes it and he just says, "Yeah, grab another one for yourself as well." He goes, "Oh, well, thank you, old man. I appreciate that." Goes back over to the bar, and you're just kind of sitting here with this older dwarf as he grabs the extra drink that Willie originally grabbed for himself, and starts just swinging down half of it, slams it back on the table, and he's like, "So what brings you into town?"
I can talk.
He's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude.
No. Well, I mean, being hill dwarfs, we've never really seen this great city before, so it's kind of a touristy thing for us.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a tour for us. We did
World
notice...
tour, huh? Wow. It's funny you say that. A lot of folk are doing that ever since the end of the Forever War. It's nice to actually enjoy the rest of the continent for once.
Yeah, make some moves around. We did notice pretty heavily policed, like you were saying.
He nods. He's like, "Yeah, it's it has gotten the police force has grown stronger and stronger, especially recently. Not everyone appreciates it, and some have very mixed views, but you have to make do with what you have." He takes another swig of his ale.
What can you tell us about the military patrols? How frequent are they? When did this really start getting so bad?
He says, "Well, it's about a week ago. It got really bad, really a little over a week ago, right after Princess Ara, the news of her untimely death, assassination, actually. I'm sure you have heard of her death. Rest her soul. When that came out, we dwarves have always been very kind of not elusive, but we kept to ourselves for the most part. We like to be under the mountain, and this is our domain. And then of course, especially after the Forever War, that has only intensified as we've tried to rebuild after the massive casualties that we've suffered." He says, "The Hollow Mountain alone, lost more than half of its population. It was truly an absolutely horrendous war that we were a part of." He says, "So we were always cautious, but after that news from Princess Ara, it really dawned on us that we needed to take things very seriously, and that maybe we're not as far removed from the Forever War as we had thought." He says, "You guys have never, in your travels, made your way to the Ember Coast, have you? And you guys know that this is the region where the Tiefling Empire actually originated from. And the Tiefling area and empire to a degree still exists, but of course it's they've ever since they lost the Forever War, they've been very, very weakened and kind of a shell of what they used to be. But that's the Ember Coast is the Tiefling realm essentially."
Can't say we've been there yet.
He nods. He's like, "Well, I would very much caution against it. I hear the Tieflings are, not, I'm sure, not very happy with the way that the war ended up, but That's what happens when you try to take on the entire continent of Angea. He says, so what are your plans while you're in here? Again, don't mean to pry, but it is strange that people come to visit us now, especially in our more, militaristic state that we're in currently.
See the sights, meet some people, drink some ale.
He says, all right, well, I can drink to that. He kind of takes another downs the rest of his ale. Willie comes back with more ales, and he just grabs another one from Willie. Willie's definitely kind of a little pissed off at this guy. Takes a seat, takes a big sip of his ale, and sits back down. He says, Willie says, so what are we talking about here?
What we're doing in town, what we're here to do.
Ah.
We're here touristing, trying new ales, just kind of shooting the shit with this guy, Rathholm.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
Rastholm?
Rastholm.
I said Rathholm.
Rastholm, yeah. And you see that Willie just takes another swig of his ale and says, yeah, we're not really here for long. We're just kind of, making the rounds, and we saw that this bar seemed to be very nice, so we kind of made our way over here. You see Rastholm just kind of looks over him and says, you seem like you actually are from here, though. And Willie just kind of backpedals and says, yes, I am actually from the Hollow Mountain. These are some of my friends from, they're hill dwarves from Ariston, and they're just in town. I'm trying to help show them around a bit. Oh.
Just pop
Back up? Yeah. You see Erasmus just kind of nods and says, so, do you have any plans to go visit the Understone Keep? It's really a beautiful castle, built right into the side of the mountain.
Have you been there before?
He says, I've been there once before when I was younger, and it was truly a sight to behold.
How long ago was that?
He said, many years, actually. It was during the Forever War, so it was when I was young. It was 25 years ago, maybe.
Willie, have you been to the keep?
Willie just kind of shakes his head. He's like, no, I've never made my way over there, no.
Do you know the way?
Willie says, yeah, it's just, you pretty much just go back directly into the center of town, and that's really the way you get there. You see Rastum just says, well, it's, there's definitely a better way. If you haven't been there before, I highly recommend taking the South Passage. Willie just says, I think that, we'll be kind of fine, making our own way there. Rastum just says, I insist, if it's not too much to stay, I would love to help show you a faster way over there.
I am going to... If I were to point at Willie under the table, would it be visible to this man?
Are you gonna do your thing, or you can cast it hiddenly?
I can.
I'd say if you do something like that under the table, I'm gonna say they wouldn't even see your hand motions.
Because I wouldn't even have to do the hand motion at that point.
You're right. Yeah. The only reason that things got kind of crazy with the tank was just because it was already primed for combat, and then Lacey turned into gas.
I am going to cast message.
Okay.
Which is a cantrip, and I'm going to spend a sorcery point to do it subtly, so it's not detectable. Mm-hmm. And I can whisper a message targeting a creature. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Okay.
I'm going to target Willie.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask him, have you heard of the South Passage before? Does this seem sketchy to you?
He whispers, I've heard of it. It exists, but I would not derail from our plan. Whatever Eric says is where I would recommend us going. He knows the castle better than anyone. He says, but I've never heard Eric talking about using the South Passage, so I don't think I would recommend it.
What do you two think?
You see that Rastom is just kind of sitting there, expectantly, so what do you say? I can take you right now. I'm a little bit slower on my feet, but, if you'll do me a favor and keep pace with me, then I think it'd be a lovely walk. I hear we have some sunshine.
Does he still have ale in his cup?
Yeah, he's just like near the bottom. He's taking big swigs. You take his ale?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I cast prestidigitation to
Okay.
chill it, and I hand it back and go, let's have one more drink while we think it out.
He says, "Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of
let's
you."
think it over.
He takes a swig.
Lots of places
He
to
takes
go.
a swig of the rest of it and says, "Oh, this mug is delicious with how cold it is." He's like, he gives it to Willie and says, "Why don't you give me another drink?" And Willie just kind of takes it, looks back at you guys, and says, "I guess I should get another drink."
You might need help carrying those.
Yeah,
We should
maybe
take
I
a couple
would.
Rounds. I'll help you carry them.
Okay,
Let's go get some ales.
Let's go get our ales. And Willie kind of gets up, and you get up with him and go over to the bar. Madras and Lacey, you're just here alone with this old man Rastum, and he just says, "So I mean, I think it would be lovely. I'd love to visit the castle again. You do need to, of course, know your way to get around the guards a little bit, because they can be a little, protective of the castle walls, but." Usually an old man like me doesn't pose much of a threat, so hopefully that might help us get through. And he just kind of looks at you both expectantly.
Are there any other places you could take us in this area?
He says, I mean, yes, there's a lot. The nice thing about the castle is that as you go through, you'll go through the middle city, you'll see a lot of more boutique shops and finer establishments than out here in the more outer parts. He says, but it's all really a beautiful way all the way to the castle. So you'd be able to see a lot.
We might be more interested in seeing the less walked path rather than the usual sights.
He nods and says, I mean, well, I could show you around, but I know I've grown up here. There's plenty of nice areas around the Hollow Mountain.
Any very, very quiet ones? Maybe a lot of nature around?
He says,
less developed?
He says, well, the closer you go into the city, the more developed it will be, but, if you went higher into more of where the people have their residences, you can explore up there, and it's a fine area to walk around, but I would recommend if you're visitors here, what's going to be nice about a bunch of homes? You want to, I'm sure, see this castle.
Can I sidebar with Willie?
Yeah, you are at the bar with Willie, and Willie just kind of puts his drink up and says, kind of whispers over to you and just says, we can talk, but there are a lot of people around, so just be cautious.
Are elder dwarves normally this pushy about guiding you places? This dude seems weird even for my social skills.
He says, I can't get a read on this guy. The fact that he took a liking to you so quickly is suspicious, but...
Yeah, I'm so unlikable and... gross.
I'm so surprised that he would like you so much.
Is there a bathroom?
You can ask Rastum.
Hey.
He says yes.
Is there a bathroom around here?
Oh yes, of course. In the right back, in the back, he points to the direction where you guys came from. He says, if you go in there and then just take a left, it'll be right over in that corner.
Perfect. Matt, do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
So we don't get lost?
Yes.
We'll be right back, okay?
I have to pee.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
He says,
Gonna go
okay,
pee.
that makes sense. You haven't had a lot to drink, but sure, of course.
We're good.
I'll
We
save
always
our
gotta go
table.
together.
We gotta pee.
He's nodding and says, oh, of course. Take your time.
I'm gonna
She actually
run.
had to pee.
I'm gonna run into the bathroom. And then, is it like we can just like close it and we can lock it?
Yeah, there's a door with a lock, yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna pull out the potion that lets me detect thoughts.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna drink that.
Okay.
And then after a few minutes, I'm gonna come back out and sit down in front of Rastum.
Okay, you go in there, you drink the potion, you wait a couple minutes. Pale Scales, you have a beat to talk with Willie. Is there anything else you want to chat about when he's there? As the bartender's filling up your ale.
How soon should we be going to the keep? I mean, Eric said he's meeting his contact, but
He said,
how long are we killing time for before we have to go?
he says, the journey to the keep is going to take a little bit, so we're definitely going to want a safe house to rest up a bit before we take on that endeavor. So we should really stay put as to not get completely dislocated from Eric.
Okay, so we're just chilling in this tavern.
He says, I think so. I think that's the best play.
Okay.
And as you kind of get your ales, you turn around and you see the group of, you guys are still in the bathroom, you see the group of dwarves in the other corner of the room who'd kind of been eyeing you approach the table with Rastum.
The dwarves that have been eyeing us?
Yeah.
Do they say anything?
They go over to Rastum, and so you see them kind of on their way before Rastum even notices, and then you just see them kind of sit down at the table and they say, all right, old man, what's your game here? Why are you talking to some random dwarves coming in here? And he says, I'm sorry, I don't even know you. I'm just trying to be friendly. And they just kind of say, all right, knock it off. We know you're up to something here. Now, the question is, are you up to something for the guards, or are you up to something for the true dwarves? And he just says, I don't play sides. I'm just an old man. I'm just trying to get along and meet some nice compatriots coming around. And you see that they're kind of starting to argue and get slightly like physical with this old man. Sexually physical. No.
Oh shit! They start making
They make
out.
love on the
They
table.
start making out.
As it starts to unfold, you to exit the bathroom, and you see that this is all happening.
You should attempt to detect that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna detect thoughts on Rastum. So
Okay.
I can. So at first I just get surface thoughts.
Okay.
So what are his surface thoughts?
So at first, his surface thoughts are, I'm a little bit worried for my life right now, as these like 5 older dwarves, like they wouldn't be like, they'd be considered older, but they're definitely younger than this guy and still quite capable, it seems. But they're kind of all like surrounding him and look like they could mean him harm.
Okay. So with an action I can probe further.
Okay.
So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
For
Rastum.
Rastum?
Yeah.
Okay, go. He got an 8.
Okay, so that fails.
Okay.
So basically it's just
Yeah, what's the language exactly?
so if it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
You see that, or you can kind of like read his thoughts, and as you probe deeper, you notice that like he is, he's definitely very curious as to why you all are here. Of course, surface level, immediately he's just worried about like what's going on right now with this interaction. You see he was very curious about you guys, which is why he approached you. You see he also, his motives are aligned with keeping the peace. And that he, of course, he seems to be, not that you've read the minds of like, your dwarven like allies, but he definitely seems to be less hostile toward the Circle of Fire and everything from what you can gather. And as you're deeping, he might be kind of more middle of the road with how everything is going. And is definitely not trying to, is definitely anti-conflict. But you can also know that, like, as you probe deeper, it does seem like he is probably less likely to be akin to a rebellion.
Okay, so he does, because I probe deeper, he does know. So either way, the creature knows that you are probing into its mind.
Okay.
And unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check, contested by your intelligence check.
To stop it from
Yeah.
happening? Okay, cool. You see he kind of looks over as soon as you start, like, probing deeper, and he just says, oh, yes, my hill dwarf friends, can you please help me? I think that these dwarves here think that I mean you harm. And it kind of looks at you, like, worried.
I'm gonna walk over to the other dwarves that were like going after him and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
You see the dwarf looks at you and just kind of scoffs and just goes, you must be the hill dwarf, huh?
Yeah, is that a problem?
He says, well, we don't really necessarily like strangers coming in here too much. And you see he just kind of says, listen, this old man, I'm sure you don't really know, but this old man, he he doesn't exactly agree with us on some things. So if you don't mind, I would recommend you kind of stay out of this.
I approach
Okay.
with Willie.
Okay. Willie's still holding the L's.
Am I holding any else?
Yeah. You're holding 3, I say. You're holding 2, and then you're double fisting it, and then he's got the other 3.
Got it. Okay. I walk up, and I go, what don't you agree on?
He says, listen, there's a lot of politics around here, and let's just say that there are some who believe that the mountain should be, let's say, protected, and there are some that believe that other folk need to be protected. And we don't exactly agree on how to go about that protection.
I use prestidigitation to chill one of the mugs again.
Okay.
And I extend it to him, and I go, what if I told you that some of the dwarves in Erisburg don't agree with certain things that are going on, and some of the dwarves in Erisburg consider themselves true dwarves?
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
You got it. 15.
You see he looks at you and just kind of laughs and says, there are no true dwarves in Erisburg. That's a purely mountain thing.
Why do you think we've come?
He says, I don't know why you've come, but again, my issue isn't with you. It's with this old man. He knocks the ale out of your hand.
Why'd you do that? You just wasted perfectly good ale.
He's like, and you see like some of his friends
It's not
kind
very
of,
dwarven
you
of
see
you.
a couple
It's not very true dwarven of you.
some of his friends kind of like also like, yeah, that is kind of out of hand to waste good ale. See, the bartender just goes like puts her hands up in the air, and this.
Why are you wasting your time?
I gotta mop that.
This dwarf just kind of looks back and says, all right, fine, I apologize for the ale. He says, but listen, he says, did you say true dwarves?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not. He looks around. He's like, I'm not a true dwarf. And you can tell that he's trying to figure out your motive as much as you're trying to figure out his motive. And you all get the idea here that, like, everyone is just very suspicious of everyone. Yeah, it's literally the Spider-Man meme. And so this guy just looks at you and just says, I'm not a true dwarf.
Can I move my detect thoughts over to his? And just
Are you able
surface-
to?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
I'm able to change it to 1 minute. Can I just see what his surface thoughts are?
His surface thoughts are, like, worried.
Can I, like...
Probe this dude.
Can I...
Probe this dude right.
Can I... Wait.
Right in his butt. Detect butt. How caked out is this dude?
How can I prove that that we are who we say we are? Is there something I need to say? Is there something I need to
Are you actually
do?
asking that of him?
Yes.
He says, if you are actually hill dwarves from, and he looks over at Pale Scales like, Erisburg? Sing the Erisburg national anthem. You just see Tim or Willie, sorry, just goes like, oh fuck.
Is it playing in his head?
Are you gonna try to probe deeper?
No, but like, is it just on his surface though?
It's not on the surface though.
Probe him.
Damn it! I'm gonna look at me like there is no true Erisburg national anthem. It was abolished.
He looks at you, looks at Pale Scales, looks at Madras, looks at Willie, and he just says, yeah, looks in the distance. He just looks at you all and just says, that's right, there is no national anthem.
Yes, nailed it.
He's like, all right. He's like,
Erisburg's not a nation, we're a city.
he says, you know what? I apologize. That was bad of me. You see, he picks up the mug, goes over, puts it on the bar, grabs like one from the table that he was at, hands it to you, Lacey, grabs another one from the table, hands it to you, and also to Madras, and just kind of says, I apologize. Things are a little aggressive here, and I didn't mean any ill will on you fine folk.
Hey, from one short queen to another short king.
He says, hey,
Yay.
appreciate that. Takes a swig. You see, Rastam just says, may I go now? He says, oh, no, we're still concerned about you. And he says, if you fine folks will excuse us. And he says, get the old dwarf. And they start to grab him and like straight up just pick him up. They're also old, but like old dwarves are still strong. This is like a feeble old dwarf. Like that's how old he is. They just like straight up pick him up and start just kind of walking out of the bar.
Can we interrupt? They're just out.
They're walking
I think we
currently.
just let it
You
go.
can stop them if you'd like to.
Dude, I think we just let it go. I really do.
No,
we have to stay here.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
You see, Rastam just goes, well, my friends would, I'm sure, want to come with me, and just kind of looks over at you like,
Oh, we got a
Is he being
thing.
brought
We have
away?
a thing back here.
it's like, but I was going to take you into the castle.
You know
and
what?
It's just kind of like, you see the door just starts to close.
Main check.
Close behind him, and you see they just like carry him off as they walk out.
Oh god.
As this commotion happens, you notice that like everyone, this has caused a commotion.
Yeah,
Everyone's
whatever.
around. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Mine's real good.
Ooh.
8.
It's a 5.
22.
Madras,
I got 21.
you
The tank is great.
you don't want to know what you perceive.
I think I do.
Or you do.
Madras, you are as stoic as ever, always ready for battle, true-blooded warrior, usually never caught off guard. You are in this crowd and you're kind of paying attention, just reading the room as you always do, and you see among these short folk who are all, you're the same size right now, an even shorter little dwarf kind of running into the crowd, and you see it bumps into Pale Scales and grabs his bag of holding off of him and starts running out the exit where you guys came in from. But you're seeing it as it happens. If you would like to try and stop it, you notice that with a 22, you notice that this is like a young dwarf. This is like a child.
Shoot out its kneecap.
Kill it, execute.
Sword?
Takes the sword, just slits his throat. Wipes the blood on his
The
sleeve.
most violent legless kill on a child.
This kid is 6
Just
years
throws
old.
a knife and just gets it right in the back of the head.
Helm splitter. Just,
Jesus Christ. No, I'm going to, like, as soon as I see this, I'm going to start dashing straight towards him, but
Okay.
I'm also going to, like, slap Pale Scales on the chest and, like, be like, he took your bag! And just dip.
Cool. Okay, so you see this small young dwarf kind of like take the bag of holding like in the commotion and start running, and then you immediately spot this as it happens. Are right behind. You're about 10 feet behind, and I'm gonna say essentially, mechanically, you're 10 feet behind. This dwarf is going to take a dash action,
Okay.
and then so it will be. Yeah, it's going to be 50 feet gone. Now, you can also take a dash action. You have alerted Pale Scales, who will be right behind you if he decides to run. But this dwarf is like running out the door.
My dash action is longer than his. I would go 60 feet in the same amount of time, so I'm going to do that.
You can catch up to him, but you don't have an action. Essentially,
Oh,
this is
bro.
like initiating combat in a way.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing that.
Awesome. Okay, everyone roll initiative.
Net 1.
Okay. I got a 15.
9.
Ooh.
Hey!
You are...
What?
Listen, you wanted this fate.
I didn't want it.
You didn't know you wanted it.
It
but
was
you
my
wanted
idea.
it. I'm sorry. What did everyone get again?
9.
15.
15.
8.
Net 1.
Oh, net 1.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
That kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What did you get again?
Net 1.
Oh, that's okay.
He just wanted to make sure. He just wanted to hear you say it again.
Yeah.
Checking, just
I'm
checking.
just cruel like that. Okay, and then. Wow. That will be.
Please don't be good. Please let that be a bad wow.
I'll tell you, Willie's was
Wow,
very
another
bad.
net 1.
That's how you really
Oh, I thought this was the roll for the little kid.
I rolled for Willie and the little kid.
Yeah, I will.
So
Let's go
you
constructor.
you run up. Bye.
I'll be back.
You run up and you see that this kid is like darted out the door. You are fucking fast as the wind. You bolt out there, are able to catch up no problem, and you actually do have the top initiative order. So you've caught up. You can try and restrain, try and grapple. What would you like to do here?
So help.
I am going to restrain that boy.
Okay, give me a contested athletics.
Oh, let's go. My athletics is
Or strength, sorry.
Can I do athletics?
Your strength is also fine.
I apologize.
It's the same modifier.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Athletics is
not.
Dex.
Oh, because you're proficient.
Dex is really overpowered.
Well,
No,
Athletics
it
is
says
strength.
it says strength, but it's plus.
You
Okay.
said you have
Oh,
proficiency.
I'm sorry. I thought athletics was Dex. I apologize. Maybe that must be
No,
accurate.
athletics is strength. It's in strength.
Okay, gotcha.
Strength
It's still
is
grapple's still
Acrobatics
strength.
isn't Dex.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of, yeah.
Grapple's still strength. I apologize.
But it's restrained.
No. Just roll it.
With a grapple.
No.
Fine.
No. No, you're trying though.
He got a 15.
Come on. Oh, I got a 17.
Hell yeah,
Yes!
okay. You see, this dwarven child is strong. Dwarves are strong even at a young age, but you are able to topple this dwarf and kind of hold him down. You're now outside, kind of behind, like in an alleyway behind this bar, and you're able to restrain this dwarf. And you see this dwarf just goes, I'm sorry, I saw an opportunity, I had to take it, I swear, my dad got drafted into the army, I just thought I could help my family, and I'm so sorry, I just needed to take it, I'm so sorry, I promise I won't do it ever again.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, kid.
Please don't let him kill me! Please don't let him kill me!
What's your name?
My name is Yaddle.
Yaddle?
Yaddle.
Yaddle's gonna be a saddle when I'm done with it.
No! Please don't turn me into a saddle! Please don't turn me into a saddle! Please don't turn me into a saddle!
Yaddle, what's your last name? Smith.
Stop it.
Please.
Could you imagine?
Do it.
I'd love that.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
you
Do
fucking-
it.
Do it, you coward.
Do it.
My name is Yaddle Trollbuckle.
Troll buckle?
Okay. Yaddle, are you
Nerd,
poor?
aren't you?
He says, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there are better ways to find money than stealing other people's things, Yaddle.
Bring that kid over here so I can beat the shit out of him.
Relax.
Don't let him beat the shit out of me! Please don't let him beat the shit out of
He
me!
will not beat the shit out of you.
She's not the boss of me.
Just drop the bag.
Can I go up to him? Can I go up to him and say, what were you trying to do? And then move my detect thoughts on him to see if he's
Sure.
telling the truth.
You see, he kind of looks over to you and says, I was just trying to take the bag. I realized that commotion was happening, and I thought maybe I could get away with it, and maybe that you, people would have some money or something on you that I could bring to my family. And you detect his thoughts, and that is actually what he's thinking about. He seems to be kind of seems to be hungry and trying to fend for his family a bit in a very wrong way.
We do, and we're not giving this kid a cent.
Why? Shut up.
I have money on me.
You see, he just starts crying. I'm sorry.
Pamela,
Let him-
we have money.
Let him go. Let him go. He's okay.
We'll take the bag.
Take the bag. Get the bag. I'm gonna
Drop
get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag.
first.
You see, he kind of drops the bag. He's like, I'm sorry.
Do you have anything
I'm
else
sorry.
on you?
What was your name?
Percy.
No.
Are we still in initiative?
I'm
mode?
so like nuts.
You see that he took something out of the bag.
What?
What was one of the things in the bag? Just doesn't really matter what it
Any one
was.
of the
He
things.
took out the black potion.
No.
God, stop this. No.
Let me find out what's in there.
Your dagger.
Did you have? Yeah. Was there?
You took out one of the mushrooms. let's
There's
say.
a mushroom. Yeah. he
or
has
one of the
mu-
mountain berries, either or.
He has like one of the mushrooms in his hand. He's like, here's the mushroom I took.
Thank you.
He says, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Yaddle. We understand.
Are we in initiative order?
Not really.
I walk
anymore.
right the fuck
Immediately.
up to him. I walk right the fuck
I'm
up
sorry.
to him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll restrain him.
No, she can't restrain me.
Watch.
I grabbed the back of his neck.
Who's Pale Skills?
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Pale Skills?
Resist.
Make it contested strength.
I'm gonna just walk
Damn it.
backwards with
It's a
Yaddle
9.
restrained so that
can't
Pale
move-
Skills
you
Can't
cannot
move
reach.
faster than me.
better-
as a
you
kid.
better
don't
roll
know
again
that.
that one.
I am as fast as wind.
13.
Okay, yeah,
it's
no,
a contested strength.
Pale Scales, you're able to break free.
I want to
Pale Scales,
break free.
you were behind. You were in the direction of where they came from. So, Magus, where are you trying to go? Are you trying to go further? Because that's if you try to go back the way you came, that's where Pale Scales is.
No. I'm going further away from Pale Scales.
Okay.
I'm just backing up as he tries to.
Okay.
Like we're chasing.
I rapidly approach her.
I rapidly on approach.
You guys are walking, fast walking toward each other or away from each other.
We have to go back to the tavern.
And you, everyone, give me a perception check.
Give me the fucking kid.
No.
12.
6.
None of you guys notice.
Nice.
But as you pull in, as you're kind of walking away from the building, you kind of enter another alleyway, and there are 2 royal guards just kind of patrolling, or guards, sorry, dwarvish guards, not quite royal guards, kind of just patrolling, just chatting in this alleyway, and they see you holding this kid as you're kind of walking back, and they say, hey, what's going on over here?
The kid tried to steal our bag. We got the bag back. He's still mad.
He says, who's mad?
Him.
Tim.
Points at him, he says, What are you trying to do with this kid over here? He's like, and he looks at the kid. He's like, and you were caught stealing. And the kid just goes, no.
I genuinely. This is embarrassing.
His name is Yaddle.
Yeah.
This is my nephew.
He says, and you seem to be trying to hurt this child. Is that because he was stealing?
He's attempting to take my money
So he was stealing.
to go buy stuff. Well, it's within the family. So,
He says-
it's borrowing, but without permission.
He nods. He says, okay. He looks over at the kid. He's like, so you were trying to steal from your uncle. First, give me a deception check. Sorry. I always get ahead of myself there.
I hate this.
15.
Okay. He says, all right. You see, he's like, sure, why would he lie about that? But he says, but either way, you were stealing, young man. And he kind of looks at the dwarf.
And that's very serious. And I take Yaddle by the shoulders and I go.
Good to go.
And I take him and I go, you caused me and these 2 nice ladies and these guards a huge waste of time. If you wanted some money, you could have just asked, and we have this whole allowance thing we've talked about. Either way, we should just go back in the tavern and wait for your parents. Your dad will take care of this. I shouldn't be disciplining you. We're very sorry about this whole thing.
And he looks over at Madras and he says, and you were trying to restrain this child because why?
I watched him steal. I did not know they were family. I simply thought it was stealing.
I'm not that perceptive.
And I caught him. He is young and poor.
You know, he
Deserves
says,
to be
poor.
forgiven.
he says, wealth is no excuse for breaking the law, young man. And looks back at the kid. The kid just starts crying even more. Just literally a bumbling mess. He says, you know, it's probably best if we take care of this the appropriate way.
I agree. We'll take him home immediately and forget this ever happened.
He says, no. We should take him in. Thievery is not permitted in the city, and he should learn his lesson.
He was a child.
Yaddle, have you learned your lesson?
Yeah, I was like, I learned my lesson.
See, he's perfectly reformed. No correctional facility necessary.
He says, he's like, if he was of age, he would be executed on the spot.
You're
Yes,
right.
but he is not.
I'll
He's like-
discipline him myself, and I slap him with my metal hand.
Oh my god, bro.
I slap the child.
He says,
Could be like a child's another offense.
he kind of looks around and looks at the other guard. The other guard just kind of just kind of shakes his head like, I don't fucking know.
We're hill dwarfs, sir.
He says-
Anything that you could do is far less than what I'll do to him later.
He nods. He says, wait, you are hill dwarfs?
Well, yeah, from Ayersburg.
He says, what are you doing here?
Visiting.
He says, the Hollow Mountain does not permit visitors from other regions currently.
Well, the last guard did. You should talk to him.
The last guard?
The last guard that we talked to. He was in a big tank. He was like, what are you guys doing here? We said touristing. He said, go into that tavern. Don't make much trouble.
The
We said, "Sure."
autonomaton?
Yeah.
He says that those are constructs, propelled by arcane energy. They're not people.
Then why is it talking to me?
Because
We're not from here. You have some weird
Well, it's
bullshit
in
going
love
on.
right now.
He says, "I'm sorry. What?"
Hey, don't fuck up what I got going on the deck right now.
He says, either way, the autonomatons are not here to dish out legal punishment. They are simply here to question, interrogate, and bring in suspects who are accused or likely have committed some kind of acts.
Isn't that dealing with legal punishment?
He says they don't do the actual punishment unless combat.
Then why is it a tank?
He says, well, we have a lot of rebellious folks here that we need the...
So legal
A tank?
punishment.
He says the punishment is only if combat happens,
Right, but
if
still legal punishment.
yes, if the tanks are attacked, they fight them.
Lie.
He says, all right, you know what, Hill Dwarves, you're coming with us. You see, they race.
I run with the kid.
They raise their arms. He said,
I grab him and
Stop that! Stop that, Hill Dwarves! Everyone, we will keep your initiative orders, and
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for these guys. You're so close. You were so
my
close.
God.
Arguing with the law.
Oh my god.
This is your every fantasy that you can't live out here, huh?
Hill dwarves, we were fine.
Give me my fucking
No,
kid.
we were fine.
This is entirely
You
your
gotta
fault.
open your fucking big mouth, big boy.
It's entirely your fault.
No.
Okay, so
Just give me the fucking
Pale
kid.
Scales.
Absolutely not.
Because Madras had it, I'm going to say that we're on your initiative order, which is next up. Go ahead. What would you like to do? You start running. Would you like to just use a dash action, or do you want to do something as you start running?
Do I have full movement speed with the kid?
I'm going to say yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to say it's small enough, and you're keeping your attributes for strength, so. Now you can run. Now you are, the kind of where you are is like a back alley. It does seem like, this isn't like an open field like where you were before with the tank. It does seem like you are able to actually possibly maneuver if you want to, or you could try and stay and fight. You're not sure if more guards are coming. It's kind of up to you.
I'm gonna run my 30 feet away
Okay.
while still maintaining line of sight on the guards.
I'm gonna
possible?
say the alleyways are between buildings, and you're gonna have, if you want to go
Got it.
a full 30 feet, you're gonna have to
they
duck
like
away.
snake. It's not like a grid.
Exactly.
Got it.
Not a perfect grid, yeah.
I am gonna cast a spell at second level.
So close. So close.
You guys are doing great.
I'm gonna cast.
Don't know what I'm doing right now.
I'm gonna cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay.
Burst of cold energy emanates from me in a 30-foot cone.
Okay.
Inside.
Is it possible to do that to the guards without hitting them?
No.
If I don't move?
You could hit one of the guards and not hit both of them, but if you hit, I'm gonna say they're close enough, especially now that you're kind of on the outside, that you would have to hit. If you want to hit both of them, you'll have to hit Madras as well.
What if I move after?
Put it on my paper so I can look it over.
I'd say you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and cast it both on them. They have to make a Constitution saving throw. And
Okay.
for me, that is going to be a 16.
18 for one of them and 13 for the other one. So the second one fails.
Okay, so on a failed save, creature takes 3d8 cold damage.
Whew.
7.
These guards have the same HP as the tank.
1, 7, 15, and then with my elemental affinity, I'm going to add 5 to one of those damage rolls since it's an ice spell, so it's going to be 20 cold damage to the one that failed.
Solid. He gets like blown back. He just immediately caught off guard for a second.
Beautiful. And on a... So I think on a successful save, nothing happens to that creature.
Okay.
The one that failed is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice.
Oh, so he's like frozen in the ice?
A creature hindered by ice has its speed reduced to 0. On a successful save, a creature takes half the damage and isn't hindered by ice. So the other one just takes 10
Got it.
and isn't hindered. But one's frozen in place and needs to use an action to get his move speed back. Or have someone else.
Okay. Cool. That goes to the guards. The first one who is not hindered is going to run up to you and make a couple of oh, you use your...
I'm going to move 30 feet back after the spell.
Okay, gotcha.
Up to you two.
Let's see.
Great.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Should just give me the kid.
Oh my god.
I hope you learn to never deprive me of beating a child ever in a campaign.
Are you
In a campaign.
trying to get killed next next session.
Hell yeah. Ooh, you gonna do it?
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
blink
gonna
away.
attack only you instead
This
of the
this
other.
one is going to run
Vanish.
right behind you.
Just like an all-out battle. It's like,
This guard's gonna run right behind you. He can't quite catch up to you, but he's going to use 2 hand axes and throw those at you.
And me?
Yes.
Got it.
That is a only 12 to hit for the first one,
Nope.
and then that is a even worse, 11. So that they both
Nice.
miss. So these hand axes go flying. The second one is going to use an action to break free. I want to break free. And then you see Willie breaks through the bar and just goes, "What the fuck's happening? What the fuck are guards doing here? Fuck!" And just kind of runs up and just says, "I guess we're getting into another fight."
I shake you out. I go, this kid stole my bag.
And he's still holding the bag of holding.
Yeah.
You're holding the kid holding the bag
No,
of
I took
holding.
it.
Oh, you took it? Okay, cool.
I have the bag of holding and the mushroom.
Okay, got it. Cool. You guys start.
Eat the
You start
mushroom.
running. Willie just goes, "Okay, well, fuck," and he's gonna run over
give you power.
to the guard that is frozen in place, and he's going to try to take 2 swings on him. That is a 23 to hit, and then I'm sorry, these guys only get 1 attack, and then that is going to be 1d8 plus 2. That is going to be 8 damage. Okay, cool. So he takes a solid slash at this guy with his battle axe, and he's looking hurt and still. Oh no, he's no longer frozen in the ice because he used his action to break free from that. And then that will be the kid. The kid is just screaming and trying to get out of this now that you're public enemy number 1 doesn't want to be a part of it, and so he's trying to break out, and so he is going to do a strength saving throw to try to break free of that.
Against me?
Yes, that will be a 17.
Nat 20, baby.
Hey, okay, you hold on to this child for dear life.
Stop screaming!
He just keeps screaming, and you do feel like that there's a chance he can alert more guards with just his screaming.
Shut up.
Can I cover his mouth?
You can cover his mouth.
I do it.
Okay, solid.
Shut the fuck up!
Cool. I will say, if you're covering his mouth, I don't know if this affects your spellcasting at all, but you'll have to only have 1 arm free.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna say you're holding him like by the face, like
Head, like
tucked,
head
yeah,
up.
like a football almost. And then that will
Your
be
armpit
Lacey. That will be your turn.
suffocating the kid.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Okay. So where are these guards now?
One is running right behind Pale Scales into the alleyway, and the other one is being attacked by Willie and is looking hurt and is still at where they started.
Fake. I'm gonna just cast Blight on the one that Willie has.
Okay, solid.
Just gonna say
What do they have to
fuck
do? What is the saving throw?
oh fuck me. What was it?
And then Madras, you're on deck.
yeah.
It should just be your saving.
But it's something specific. Like
Oh, like wizard.
Constitution.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, well he's still gonna take half this, so 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 8 is 18,
Oh, he dead.
plus 5 is 23,
He's taking half that.
plus 8 is
Oh.
31.
He dead.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Alright, he did.
Okay, you just fucking destroy. Tell me how you want to kill this guy.
This man is literally just going to, well, this man, he
Turns
just,
to dust.
basically, I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm gonna go, wilt, and then he'll just, like, he'll just
It shrivels up like all the
shrivels up and he falls
like
a
all the
leaf.
water has
Like
been.
a leaf.
Oh my
Falls
god!
out.
Like he's just been like freeze dried and just goes.
Yeah.
and just falls
I look
down.
at Willie and I'm like,
Willie's like, "Fuck yeah! Glad you're on our side." Awesome. That is Madras's turn.
I'm gonna use
Pale
my
Scales,
short
you're on
bow
deck. Cool.
on the other guy because I really don't want to take out Fiend's Bane in front of these guards while I'm in dwarf form.
Mhm.
Well, that's fine.
I just didn't care.
They'll be dead.
Huh?
They'll be dead. They won't know.
No. Shh. We're not risking shit.
Okay.
We're smarter than Pale Scales.
I'm gonna take out Fiend's Bane on my turn and make him
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. So that's a d6 plus 5.
Uh-oh.
What about
10
your sneak
damage.
attack damage?
10 damage?
Oh, and then sneak attack.
Is he within 5 feet of
Is
an
he
ally?
within 5 feet?
How much was your movement?
I moved 30 feet back.
You moved 30 feet, and
Away.
then he would have been 5 feet away from you, and he moved 25 feet. So I'm going to say he's 10 feet away.
Okay.
It's not
Then
next
just
to me.
the 10
Yeah.
damage is fine.
Got it.
Cool. Cool. He's looking hurt, for sure. And then that will be Pale Scales.
Okay, I set the kid down. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You have to stop screaming, or more people are gonna come, and they're gonna try and put you in a jail cell. And as poor as you are, you're never getting out of jail. Take it from me.
Kid goes, make a intimidation check.
Is that intimidation shit? Okay. 14 plus.
It's not going to be hard to intimidate this child. I'm just gonna
Should
tell
be.
you
He's
that
just
right
so
now.
brave. It's 19.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking terrified. He's like, whatever you say.
Okay.
This is why you don't steal.
I'm learning that now.
You need to go home.
He goes,
Go.
he just fucking hauls ass the fastest he's ever run in his life. Okay, cool.
Do I still have an action? Or do you call that my action? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
I say you have a bonus action still.
Okay. I do nothing.
Okay. But you can still move if you want. I don't know if you want to stand your ground.
How far away am I from him?
You're 10 feet away, yeah.
Yeah, I'll move another 30 feet back.
Continuing the same direction?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool, so you keep moving out of range, and then he is, that is going to be this guard's turn. He looks back and he sees the kid running off. He sees you kind of continuing running off. He sees Madras and Willie and Lacey back there, and he sees his ally, literally a leaf on the ground, and he just darts down a side alleyway, and just starts yelling, I need backup, I need backup, I need backup. And starts hauling. He's going to go 25 feet in a perpendicular direction, basically. So you went that way, he's going that way, and you guys are all back here. So you can let him go, or you can try and track him down.
No, we have to catch him. He's gonna bring more guards. And we have to do it before he actually alerts anyone.
Let's go.
Do it.
Noom.
Okay, cool. So
who's
he's
next?
going to run down there. That is going to be... Willie!
Shows up in the
no,
automaton.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that is Willie.
Fires a tank shot.
Willie is going to haul ass. Willie's going to use a dash action to. I'll say he's able to use a dash action to catch up with him, but he has no actions. That will now be the kid runs, Lacey, and then Magus. You're on deck.
All right, I'm going after that other guard.
Cool.
How close can I get to him?
I'm gonna say he is 50 feet away.
He's 50 feet away?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he is like behind a building, so I don't know if this really matters, but you will have to move like 30 feet to be able to like get eyesight of him, I'm gonna say, because there are buildings in the way that the people are zigzag. So I'm gonna say you have to like go 30 feet in a direction to get out of line of that building that he's behind, to then be able to hit
I have
him.
line of sight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get there because I only have 25 speed.
You fucking gnome.
Did I get 30 feet being a dwarf?
No, they have 25.
God damn it!
Damn.
There's a reason why he only went 20.
Alright, I'm going to, I'm just gonna try and make my way closer to him as I go. I can't get there, but...
You wanna use a dash?
keep running.
Okay.
I can't bonus action anything, though. Well, I could. No, yeah, I'll dash so I can see him.
Okay.
And then I'll bonus action, I'll circle spores him.
Okay, cool. What's the Constitution again?
Yep.
It's a nat 1.
Cool. That is 4 points of damage.
Cool. He takes a little bit of damage. Ow!
Go up.
That is going to be Madras, and then Pale Scales, you're on
I'm
deck.
going to get in his line of sight, so that's like 30 feet, right?
Yes, you have to use full 30 feet to be able to see him, yeah.
But then I can't attack him.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Cool. With the bow?
Yes.
Awesome.
That is a 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Damage.
8.
Plus sneak attack damage because you have allies within range.
Nice. So I now
Yeah.
have Willie in range. So that's, what is it,
And me.
4d6 of damage?
So it was 8, and now you do 4 more d6?
Yup.
Wild.
6, 9, 14, 18.
Oh, you run around the corner, make line of sight, knock your bow, loose it, and then you just see this guard just running, yelling, I need backup, and just gets hit in the back and drops to the ground. Kind of in the like out of the alleyway, kind of in the middle of like this main area. Nobody has quite noticed yet. It is still relatively dispersed here, but there is a dead body in the road.
We need to grab him.
Yep.
Willie nods. You guys are out of combat now. He just starts. He's right there, so he drags the body and starts kind of dragging it back into the alleyway. He goes, "What are we gonna do with this body?"
Just hide it. It's
Are there any
fine.
barrels or like
We don't
containers?
care.
There
if
definitely
it gets
is. There
found
definitely is a
later.
barrel somewhere.
Can we just-
Stuff the corpse in a barrel.
Bales
God.
of hay.
He find a barrel like by the side of the bar you guys were in,
What I was
the
thinking.
tavern. Opens it up and just
Gotta
like
think Hitman.
there's like mead in
Assassin's
it.
Creed.
There's like mead in it, and he just like shoves this dead bleeding body into this barrel of mead, and then just kind of like
Ooh.
slams it shut and like knocks the nails back into place with it.
Oh, I love that.
And he goes, "That's fucked up. Let's not have any more drinks from this establishment."
Yeah.
And
Or
so
one more.
he nope. He looks at you all and says, "All right, let's get back into the tavern." And he goes back in. I'm assuming you guys follow
Follow him.
along. Okay,
Yep.
cool. As you go in there, you notice that like there obviously was a commotion, but things have kind of settled back down now. You know the obviously the old man's gone, the other dwarves are gone. It's just kind of the bartender just kind of like notices you guys as you walk back in and just kind of just whatever, no one's trying to cause any trouble besides the folks who had already left. And then you kind of come back down, sit back into place, and then within a few minutes, you see Eric and Tim kind of reapproach. You see they are kind of like panting, like they were like running, and they're like, all right, there's a little bit of escalated guard activity that we just noticed rounding the corner, but we got in contact with our guy, so I said we get the fuck out of here.
That's probably us.
Yep.
We killed a couple of guards.
He goes,
It
fuck.
was loud.
He goes, Willie, god damn it. You had one fucking goal, like objective. And he just says, listen, shit got fucking crazy when you guys left. We'll talk about
You
it.
can't control a shark queen.
We were
He's
robbed.
like, god damn if that ain't true. You see, he's like, should we get like another round really quick? Tim says, and then Willie says, no, we need to go. Do not drink any more ale from here. And he says, okay, that sounds good. You guys all start to kind of make your way out, and as you kind of leave the establishment, everyone, including you, roll
for it anyways.
roll me a d20. You just didn't do anything.
15.
6.
3.
18.
Madras, as you are walking out, you notice everything is shrinking. And then you realize, oh fuck, you're getting taller.
Oh no.
And you can start to feel like your ears kind of regaining their pointy elven shape as you start to approach your near 6 foot or 6 foot
It's 6
stature. Dramatically taller than most dwarves. As this happened, you just see Eric, like you're just leaving the bar, and Eric just kind of turns around and goes, oh fuck. And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh,
Okay, but I have disguise self.
Yeah, but
I
you didn't
just
cast that shit
fucking
yet.
Cast it after,
Yeah, you could.
as soon as we start the next session.
Definitely, you want to make a note of that.
Yeah,
Don't forget to
This
do that.
relationship's built on a house of lies.